Welcome to Marital Hate, motherfuckers. How are you guys? So there's 6 of you here already. Thank you so much. Matthew says, yay, she's all better. Dude, I am so not all better. Oh my God. And here I was like thinking like I was going to compensate by like, I don't know, throwing a little extra makeup on and I just look like a fucking train. It's been a week, you guys. Welcome to Marital Hate. Normally my husband's here, but he is picking the boys up from the airport. So it's a live interactive podcast. We do it Monday through Friday. When it gets hot, obviously we do it right from the pool because it's too hot. But oh my God, you guys, it's just been a fucking time. So we do a live interactive podcast Monday through Friday. And we have this amazing community. These folks have all become friends with one another, and they will be your friend too. One of my favorite, again, Matthew is here. And so what we do is if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, we can actually put your comments up on screen. So join us over on either of those, and it will be a blast. Okay, so normally I get baked, and I have a sidekick who I want to kick under the table like a lot. And today I am super tired, not feeling well, alone, and really could use your help. Like, do you guys want to talk about anything specific? Because I have a fucking tirade. So if for those of you who follow the pod, oh, Jesus Christ, that's bullshit. So I just got a text message. Can I tell you a story? I'm gonna tell you a story. I don't know if they're watching or not. So my stepsons, Nolan and Wesley, are on their way back from the airport. Doug took them to go to the airport. We'll get to that story. And they sent me a selfie so I could put it up on the page. The boys are back in town. You may have seen it. Like, share, follow, subscribe, whatever. And in the picture, my stepson Nolan is in the back seat. And for some reason, he seems to always be in the back seat when he goes anywhere with his dad and his brother. And Wesley, who is the older brother by like 7 years or whatever. And so he's always gotten to sit in the front. And sometimes like I feel like Doug will be like, try to give like Wes like special things because he's on the autism spectrum. But Wes is a fucking badass and he doesn't need any special treatment. Thank you, Daddy. Not my daddy. I don't even know. The point is like, let them take turns sitting in the front and the back. Maybe you should sit in the back, Doug. As a matter of fact, after, I don't know, the kid's 21 years old of sitting in the back seat of the car, I want to put you in the trunk. I told your son I was going to smack you with a titty, and I hope you're watching right now because it's coming. I'm going to smack you right in the head with a titty. My face is so dehydrated. Hookah Bob is here. Oh my God, you have no idea. He says, I'm here. Glad to see you back, Hookah Bob. I am so glad to see you. I am so devastated, heartbroken that I missed you. Sorry, there's things going on in our neighborhood. Why did kids do that? Okay, so I'm so heartbroken that we missed you. So for those of you who have been paying attention, or whether you have been or not, I was sick. So I have end-stage neurological Lyme, so my health is always an issue. We have to cancel podcasts all the time because I'm sick, blah, blah, blah. So what we did last week, I think it was Tuesday. So Monday we had, so the week prior, Doug had a mental breakdown and walked right the fuck off the podcast. Like people are watching the Real Housewives and other reality shows. It doesn't get more real than this nonsense. So Doug gets up and just like walks off the podcast. And then on Friday, he's still having his little hissy fit. So there's no podcast. So then Monday comes along. We kind of work it. Well, we work on it because listen, we've been married almost 11 years. We spend every waking moment together. Marriage is hard. And quite frankly, my husband is not, he's brilliant at a lot of things, but understanding and listening to other people's feelings, maybe not real high on his list of skill sets. So, so the weekend goes by, we work it out, he's going to try to listen better, not dismiss my feelings, whatever, like all this conversations that we have. And so then we do the podcast on Monday and we are like forced to stop swiftly because of fucking lightning. There's a clip of it. It's hilarious. It was like just that the beginning of that episode, we were telling our viewers how stupid it was that people kept telling us to go inside during the lightning storms. Oh, we're under the awning, we're fine. Dude, we like ran inside because it was hectic. Speaking of running inside, you should run over to Journey with Jen's Faves and follow her. She says, "Hey, beautiful. Hey, girl." She's absolutely amazing. Jen, I love what you're doing. I love your page. I love commenting on it. Sorry I haven't been there this week. I literally could not lift my head. It was so bad. So Tuesday came, and if you watched the podcast, I went like, not in like the literal sense, although I do that too. It was more just like, I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling sick. I'm sicker. I have to go to bed. And so I ended up having my normal temperature is either between 95.9 and 96.9, like never anything above that. So if it goes above that, like it's a little cuckoo. And so my fever was 101.7 at the height. It was 5 straight days of over 100. I got it down to 99.8 at one point with like a significant amount of ibuprofen, but I was using the ibuprofen for pain because the reality is a fever is your body's way of fighting off illness. So we kind of want a fever. And she says, it's okay. Jen says, it's okay that I've missed her page. And she said, I did go live on Sunday. I don't do it often enough. Oh, girl, that's the thing. So like we go live every night, right? So I want to be there to support other people when they do their lives. And we go every single night. Well, with some recent exclusions, we normally go live at 8:00 every night. And because of that, I miss a lot of other people's lives. And then, of course, because I'm constantly working, I miss things. If you tell me I want to be there, I want to support you. And then I will forget because I'm a terrible friend. And she says, I'm glad you're feeling better now. Oh, no, not quite. But at least I can lift my head. Hookah Bob says, I have a secret, but it's a shameless plug for somebody in a restaurant. We might see you Sunday. I enjoy a shameless plug. And I believe you mean Doug Gear Music, and the Twisted Fork and US 41 Radio. So for those of you who don't know, my husband Doug is a musician. He actually put out his first album in 1981 when I was 5. And so that was with his punk band, The Performers, with his brother and his amazing friend, George Biznakis, who I love. George, you're the best, but your wife, damn, she's fine. She's fine. She's too good for you. Okay, maybe she's just too hot for you. I don't really know. Because you're an amazing person too, but she's hot as fuck. Not the point. The point is they put an album out, and my husband does not work on his music enough. Like he will do the annual, like Wormtown invites everybody back because, they're part of the Wormtown music scene. Of course, his brother doesn't perform. They have to get, some backup person, although Paul's awesome. Charles, my nephew, is also great, but George is there. And so they do play periodically, but Doug doesn't work on his music enough. So his nagging bitch wife, because like that's what the comments say, that I'm a nagging bitch wife, hounded him to work on his music. And at 58 years old, he released his first album, Doug Gear Songs 1 through 10. It's currently in rotation on US 41 Radio and a couple of other places, but US 41 Radio is playing him like a few times a day for 8 weeks. And he's currently number 7 on their chart. They do a live he does the show from the Twisted Fork in Port Charlotte on Saturdays and Sundays. So I think we're going to go up this weekend. And if I am feeling better. So I definitely support US 41 Radio. Give them a follow. Twisted Fork, give them a follow. We're all building each other up. We're all in the same team. And, when people see like, oh, hey, they support me and a bunch of my friends, they want to support you too. And maybe you're not a creator and maybe you don't have like you're just doing your Facebook for fun or whatever. It's not a business for you. That's okay, because it's cool to have friends. It's cool to feel good about you. And these people really people want to help people that help them and make them feel good about themselves. That's kind of all what we're about here at Marital Hate, despite the name. So we have Jen says, as long as it's that kind of plug, LOL, we allow whatever kind of plug you want to have on this website. You want to have a butt plug? It's not Pride anymore, but you can still have a butt plug. And if you're like, okay, so here's the thing. I'm just going to tell you this story because I don't think I've told it enough, or at least not lately. So it was just Pride. Pride is unfortunately over. from the perspective of the month. But let's face it, should we really have pride? Like, I want to live in a world where there's no need for pride. The reason we celebrated pride on this podcast, because I think it's stupid to celebrate pride, was because there was so much hate in the town I live, in the town we live in, Cape Coral, on the Facebook page regarding pride. That's why we made a big deal about it this month. Whereas I wouldn't want to. I want every month to be Pride Month. I want every month to be Black History Month. I want every month to be Women's History Month. I just want everybody to be fucking nice to each other. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. Anyway, back to the plugs. So to the plugs, we talk about butt plugs on the podcast occasionally. We talk about a little bit of everything on the podcast. As a matter of fact, that's why I've given up doing live TikTok, like, completely, because we just keep getting shut down. So at one point I was baked off my ass. I'm waiting for the weed to kick in right now, by the way. I was baked off my ass, and Tracy and I were chatting. My friend Tracy, OG Lesby, you guys know her. She comes to the pod night after night. Where the fuck she is tonight, I don't know. It's like she's not even here for my triumphant return. What kind of friend is that? We're in a fight. If anybody sees Tracy, we are in a fight. So the thing is, like, people think that, like, scissoring's like a thing for lesbians. It's not really a thing. Like, nobody's wanting to do that. But we found a way to make it effective. And what you do is you get yourself an epileptic, ideally 2, and you get some butt plugs with, like, strobe lights on them. And then what you do is you put them in your butt and you turn them on, and then one or both of you has a seizure. And so then scissoring, suddenly it's a lot more effective. Now you know. And also, don't ever put anything in your ass that doesn't have a flange. You don't want to be an ER horror story, because you know what happens? Those stories, they go viral. Everybody knows. You don't want to be the guy. Remember the guy that put the mason jar in his ass? Light bulb, Barbie. There's been a lot of them. 16-year-old boy put his mom's vibrator up his ass. Had to go tell his mom, I need to go to the hospital. It still buzzing when I take it out. Poor kid. And Hookah Bob says, is Doug playing Sunday? Not that I'm aware of. They do have live music, though. They're actually having a Kid Rock cover band. I don't know how I feel about that. And Jen just fixed a typo. And Courtney says, there's my girl. I've missed you. Look at the mess that I am today. We will get to that. I have just been such a mess. I have missed you guys so much. I got to tell you, like, every night. So last week I'm talking so sick. Couldn't lift my head off the pillow. Went through 5 boxes of tissues by myself. So I'm late that I know of. Like, there may have been more, but I remember 5. So I was like this. And I would occasionally pick my head up to blow my nose, put it back down, and and if I, like, turned to look even the slightest, vertigo. I'm still, like, little loopy with the vertigo, and I feel like I'm getting a fever again, but it could just be because it's hot out. But I, like, literally couldn't function, and every night I was just, like, beating myself up because I was sick and because podcast stuff wasn't getting done, and because we've made so much progress and we're so proud of what we've accomplished so far, that when you don't interact regularly, everything kind of falls apart. And so we lost a lot of engagement. We lost 2 followers on Instagram. Our engagement slowed down. Our visibility slowed down. Normally on Monday nights we have a lot more people, so we only have 59 tonight, but we're grateful for all 59 of you. Thank you. And if you're watching over on Twitter X, follow on YouTube, because you can comment and be part of the conversation. And I'm behind on the comments, so let's get there. And Jen says, that is awesome. I don't know what's awesome, but thank you. The butt plugs? Yeah, awesome. And she said, I've had those 911 calls. Side note, Jen is also a 911 operator, and you don't want to know about the stuff people get stuck in their butt. Courtney says, where's Douglas? That's a good point, Courtney. Let's check. Find My. By the way, if you do not use the Find My app, you can find your keys, you can find your car, you can find your husband, you can find your friends. It looks like Doug is officially over the bridge, and I think they are at Culver's. They are. See that little baby butt? That's Doug's butt. And so I have a little picture of his butt, and he's at Culver's, which is on Cape Coral Parkway. So if you're in line at Culver's and you want to buy my husband dinner, don't. You know why? Because I can't eat fucking Culver's, so fuck him. Although if you bought him dinner at Culver's, and I could use the money for something else. Do whatever you want to do. Killing 15 minutes. The true crime podcast quickie is crying, laughing, baby. Thank God, because I am not doing well. And he says it's great to see you, dude. It's great to see you. We need to have you on one night. I'd love to talk about what you do. Although we're getting some mixed feedback about guests. Some people are like, fuck the guests. We want to hear you guys talk. So we will see. Although rave reviews about Hookah Bob, which was like totally impromptu, and we just kind of made it up as we went along, but everybody loved Hookah Bob. And Court says, you're beautiful every dang night. I've not seen you one time that you weren't beautiful. Oh, girl, wait till you hear. So like, of course, I had my chronic illness. And then I was sick on top of it. But wait till I tell you what happened last night. Cindy Bennett's here. She says, hey, girl, are you feeling better? Cindy and I have been sick. Never even met each other. We were supposed to go to the fucking beach last week. Doug and I get halfway down the road. Sky opens up. We turn around and come home. We were supposed to meet up with Cindy. Haven't gotten to meet her. Guess what? She gets sick. Guess what? I get sick. So we were sick together. We were texting. And she was so sweet. So thank you, Cindy, because I was really not doing well this week. And she was like, don't worry about it. Your social will pick back up. It's not a big deal. Everything will be fine. And the lesson that we learned from this was that Doug has got to learn how to do the things that Stacy does in case that happens again, because I do 99% of the podcast shit. I mean, he has other things to do, like, take care of me, which he did. He like literally waited on me hand and foot. Cindy is over. Oh, she was on Instagram. Now she's here. And Hookah Bob says Vin Diesel is playing Michael Sunday at 4:30, just him. I don't know who that is. And I don't know where Michelle's is, but cool. Is that near me? If you and the missus need a place to crash. Oh shit. So the boys leave Friday. So if you guys want to come down, you're welcome to. And Courtney says, I just shared you out to one of my awesome groups. Girl, thank you so much. It means so much. When people share, it's like if you like, it doesn't really do anything. But if you heart or smiley face something, or especially share people or tell people like, oh my God, I have this really cool podcast that I like. Or like for hippie conspiracy nuts like me, like Courtney's page is an amazing page to follow. I highly recommend it. She does all kinds of cool content. She also does gems and honey, and she's like a homeschool mom and just a total badass. Plus she's hot as fuck. Follow her just for the eye candy. Side note, Court, hey. And of course I should say that like good night when I look better. And then Cindy says, I'm only here for a minute, though. Oh, girl, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. If you need your rest, get your rest. And Matthew says, love the crispy edges on the Culver's burgers. Yeah, okay. I love a good Culver's burger. The problem is that if you have to get gluten-free, unfortunately I do, they just give you like your piece of meat in a container. And then they give you your bread in a container. And then they're like, well, what do you want on it? And you have to like make your own fucking burger. Last thing I want to do while I'm, talking on the phone, driving my stick shift and shoving my face full of burgers, having to make the burger. Like I went to a restaurant. If I wanted to make a burger, I would make a burger. If I wanted to make a burger, you should check on me because I'm probably not okay. And then, but the crispy edges on the Culver's burgers, you're right. They're the truth. I also love the cheese curds, and I like to see what the flavor of the day, the concrete of the day is. That's a good one. For y'all up in New England. I think it's New England. New England doesn't have it, but like Midwest, I think has it, and North Pacific Northwest has it. Culver's is like, it's drive-through, but it's like more like a Friendly's, except they don't have ice cream. Well, they do have ice cream. Sorry. It's just more like a Friendly's. And the thing that's funny is when you pull up, you do your order. Like they're trying to do a Chipotle style, but you do your order. And then, so like sometimes I'll have a person in like a little tent take your order, like Chick-fil-A. And then you go to the window and you go to pick up your order. You give them your money. And then they bring your food out to your car. So it's cheap. The food's, it's okay. I mean, it's not healthy, but if you're going to eat shitty takeout food, it's better than, say, I don't know, the Golden Arches. And Cindy says, I definitely want to know more about this true crime podcast. I listen to true crime podcasts all day and night. Well, you wouldn't have to listen all day and all night because it's only 15 minutes. It's a quickie. He's like a wham bam. Thank you, Cindy. That's what he is. Do you guys here? In case tonight's podcast is boring, have some tits. You're welcome. Yes, I have fat on my chest, and for some reason, men like it. Do you want me to jiggle it? Tip. put a tip in the tip jar. We don't have a tip jar. You can, if you're on Facebook, you can send like stars or whatever. You can just Cash App me and just put some cash in an envelope. Maybe tuck it in my little thong. It's not a thong though. My ass is hanging out though. And Cindy says, no, I still feel like death. Girl, did you ever get your Monolaurin? Take the Monolaurin. And vitamin D, like so much vitamin D. I did not take my vitamin D today and I should have. Cindy, we are on Killing 15 Minutes True Crime Podcast Quickie. Says, Cindy, we are a 15 to 20 minute podcast about the true crime. Well, mostly serial killers were on all major networks, but YouTube, which is so funny because we're not on Instagram. We're not on YouTube or no, we're not on Spotify or Apple Music, which we should be, but you have to do RSS feeds. We haven't gotten that far yet. But, and by the way, shout out to Michelle over on Insta. If you're looking for a house in like the, I don't know, Worcester area, like she's like that outside 495 loop. Michelle or Sandy are great options. And George Biznakis is an amazing realtor. Michelle also has a Lyme charity, Central Mass Lyme Foundation, where she has done a tremendous amount for the Lyme community. The woman is a fucking saint. And she's kind of hot too. Not kind of hot, she's hot. And that's right. Michelle, I just called you a MILF. MILF, realtor, philanthropist. What's wrong with that? And what's wrong with that? I can't think of anything better. And Cindy says, Spotify, I can listen to Crime Junkie all day, every day. Sounds like he is, in fact, there. By the way, Killing, you should have Tracy on because my friend Tracy went to school for forensics and she's also has great energy, incredibly well-spoken. She might be a good consultant to your show. And then Hookah Bob says, Matt Lachey, Florida. Yeah, Matt Lachey's right up the street. Come stay. Come stay. Guest room, queen size bed, memory phone. You have your own bathroom. You've seen it. You've used the bathroom. Sorry about all the robot noises. Sorry, not robot noises. We have a smart home. And Cindy says, definitely going to look you up. Yay! And he says, yeah, we're on Spotify. So if you're listening to, looking for a true crime podcast, I definitely recommend following Killing 15 Minutes True Crime Podcast Quickie. 15 minutes, quick. It's good for short attention span. And if you have like adrenal problems like I do, where you like have to monitor your stress levels, otherwise you'll get really sick. 15 minutes is good. Like, it's not like watching The Terrifier where it's like every 5 minutes you're like, ah! So I think it's actually perfect. And Cindy says, yeah, but I'll still listen over and over again. Dude, if you have brain lesions like I do and you're super forgetful, you will too. And she says, True Crime says, don't take us too serious. We don't, LOL. Sam's a stoner who writes our scripts, so it's hilarious. Dude, how have I not watched? All right, I'm going to watch. But remind me in like an hour when I'm not in the middle of a podcast. Court's looking at something. Oh, titties? By the way. Wait, what was that? I don't even know how to shake. I'm watching The Housewives. You and I with our like bisexual like flirtiness and the unicorn landing people and the hashtag swingers. And we actually we're not swingers, but we have a unicorn landing account because we wanted to check out their app for them. The people think like we're like, you know, going to town. We're not, but I do think girls are hot, and I think Courtney's hot. Although she's like a cute little spinner, and I kind of want to be like the little spoon. Or I want like a man lady, not like a man lady, but like a, you know, like a, maybe not a stud, but like a soft stud. There's some ladies, tell me, have you been watching Lesbian Thirst Trap TikTok? Because I'm telling you, men are on, like, okay, I'm gonna make a fool of myself right here, but men are on TikTok with like their abs and stuff, and they're like, yeah. But the lesbians know what women really want. They're fixing shit. They're cleaning the house. They're giving foot rubs. Like, yeah. A dicking is nice, but I can go to the fucking store and buy myself a fucking device that can do all that stuff. And a lady can do it just as well. What can you someone out there explain this to me? Men, power tool obsessed, will buy a tool that they do not need for one job, or like that they might need it one day. Like they've got the, you know, the men, they have all like they're either Milwaukee or DeWalt or Bosch or Craftsman. Nobody's buying Craftsman anymore. We have Craftsman. Doesn't matter. The point is Black & Decker, whatever. They have their little battery kit and they buy all the power tools. They keep it in the boxes, maybe. But in the bedroom, reluctant to bring in a little assistant. Get the job done quickly and effectively. This is how you do it, boys and girls. Let me tell you. First of all, there is no power tool that can help you with the foreplay, because foreplay for a woman begins the minute she wakes up in the morning. So you cannot use a drill for that. You can't use a chainsaw for that. By the end of the day, if you're doing your job of making your wife feel loved and special and appreciated, or your girlfriend, whatever, and you're contributing in a way, acting like an adult man as opposed to a child, not that you all do, but some of you, and really being a partner to her, she's gonna be fucking wet as fuck before you even hit the bedroom. And so, yeah, at that point, you might want to whip out a power tool, and you got yourself a squirter. Bob's your uncle. I don't know if the words squirter and Bob's your uncle have ever been used in the same sentence at the same time, but here we go. This is why people say not everyone should have a podcast, because I'm just sitting here incoherently talking to myself. Husband's not here yet, not even responding to comments, talking about nonsense. Nobody wants to hear a middle-aged woman talk about sex, or do they? Court says, I think you're gorgeous. Dude, have you been seen Big Sexy? No, what's Big Sexy? What is that? I don't know. Apparently not. And then Trace is finally here. I don't know what to do. Just put some phlegm on the deck. I don't have anywhere else to put it. I spit it out, wiped on the deck. It's right there. There's phlegm. But I'm not swallowing anymore. I'm gaining weight from all the phlegm I've digested. Courtney, Cindy says, have you heard the song D in the Nightstand? Oh my God, I laugh my ass off every time. No. Send it to me and send it to Hookah Bob, because he's a Muck Sticky fan. We like pretty much the same music. He's a Muck Sticky fan and a Doug fan. Yeah. And Killing 15 Minutes says they don't need instructions either. Yeah, well, I can't speak for other women. Like I just like a little stimulation on my clit, but like gentle stimulation. Like a manual stimulation is usually too much, even with lube. Whereas a vibrator, you can and get that same effect with less time, less friction, less wear and tear on your parts. I don't know about you guys, but I like to keep my shit maintained. And God, no wonder respectable people don't watch this podcast. I'm insane. Cindy says, I'll send it to you, LOL. Okay, see, now I'm thinking about my puss, and I'm like, are you sending me your puss, like as a loaner? I think you had a bunch of vaginal delivery, so I'll keep mine, but thank you. I do have that wandering clit problem, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try yours for a day. You can try mine for a day. See which one we like better. And Shannon says, glad to see you're back, girl. I'm really not. So we had an entire week of just absolute misery. And my week the week before, starting on Thursday, was pretty shitty. And it just seemed to get worse. And I'm like, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. We got on the podcast. And I was like, it's going to get better. And boom. Like, I felt like shit. And so I got super sick. And Hookah Bob was out with Muck Sticky on the Dolphin cruise. He went to the sandbar. Like, can you imagine how much fun that boat would have been with me and Doug and Hookah Bob? Like, oh my God. Muck Sticky would have been like, you people are ridiculous. I don't even know what to do with you. Muck Sticky, like the motherfucker who wrote a song, There's an Ovulating Ostrich in My Pantry. Or I hate to be the one to tell you, but I done fucked your mama. If you have not checked out Muck Sticky, do it. On Friday, he released 10 albums in the same day. 10 albums. He's got a bunch of albums on the comedy chart. He's got like 4 songs on the comedy charts right now, or 4 albums on the comedy charts right now. And he's got, he's got a bunch of stuff on the country and rock charts as well. It's really blowing up. And he's a self-promoted musician, although he does have a producer. He writes all his own shit, and he's promoted himself from the beginning, but he does have a producer and I think a tour manager now. And then Matthew says clitoris is a myth, LOL. You want me to send you a picture? Send me your email. I'll send you a picture. I have clitoris. Yeah, it's there. And it's not just a little bean that comes out, although the bean is a very sensitive part. It goes like, it's like a wishbone, and it goes inside. So girth can be your friend. You don't necessarily have to be like long and strong and down to get the friction on. You can just be like an average Joe. Even actually, it was funny because we had Charlie and Dave both talking about the size of their dicks on the podcast, because that's what you do when you come to this podcast. You talk about the size of your dick. If you'd like to tell us the size of your dick, feel free to put it in the comments. If you'd like to send us a picture of your dick, we accept dick pics at maritalhate@gmail.com. We love them. That's not the point. The point is, Dave is talking about how he has a small dick. Charlie's talking about how he has a monstrous dick. I'm not going to comment on either dick, but they're both amazing people that I love very much. Charlie has trouble getting ladies because his dick's too big. Nobody wants that shit near them. Your intestines will fall out. Whereas Dave has an easier time getting ladies. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a story. One time, Dave is about to go on like a date with a girl, but he's like, oh, I don't want to go on this date. And we were both single at the time, but like we're like brother and sister, so we would never date. And although I don't have a problem with a small dick, so you know that could have been a thing. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, Dave. I love you more. Long story. We've been arguing about who loves each other more for like 40 years. Not the point. So Dave didn't want to go on this date with this woman. And so I was like, oh, well, let's just tell her you lost your job and you can't afford to take her out. Sorry, I lost my job. And she's like, that's okay. I'll pay. Not only did this girl pay for the 99, which, I mean, it's the 99, but hey, she paid. But she blew him in the parking lot. Not so bad for a guy with a little dick and no job. Although he did have a job. He's worked at the same company for like 40 years. And Hookah Bob says, as far as memories go, there's no higher high than getting high on a sandbar with Muck Sticky. Fuck you. We're in a fight. Me and Hookah Bob. Fight. I'm so sad. Like I literally like I have fought back tears every time I looked at one of your pictures. I was looking so forward to that. And you know, okay, I'm just gonna like woe with me for just a minute. Do you guys mind? Because the kids are gonna be here and I gotta like put, you know, my stepmom face on and entertain everybody and keep Doug's anxiety in check and stop him from doing too much and, you know, all the stuff that I do, plus the podcast and all of my friends who I love. By the way, I missed you guys. If anybody needs me, just hit me up. I'm sorry that I wasn't available last week. Between my stupid illness, Doug having his fucking period, he's better now. But between my stupid illness, Doug having his fucking period, getting sick on top of that, and just like one thing after another and shitty comments from people on the internet, just like one thing after another. I was so looking forward to this Muck Sticky thing. We didn't really have the money to spend, but we got an Airbnb. It was an RV. It was going to be like $150 for the whole weekend. I was super excited because Doug's never stayed in an RV and it was like super cute. We're going to hang out with our pal Hookah Bob, hopefully get him and Muck Sticky on the podcast, give out stickers to everybody, do drugs with everybody, have a good old time, maybe make out with a girl. I don't know. Anything can happen. I was so looking forward to it. And so the boys are here this week and I love when the boys come, but it's exhausting. Like it's just because our schedule gets thrown off and we want to entertain them and they stay up late. And so we wake up naturally very early. It's just a lot. Love having them, have an amazing time with them. So excited about it. It's just a lot. So this Friday is our anniversary. We're going to be too tired. And then next weekend's my birthday. And and I understand I'm a 47-year-old woman and I have way bigger problems than this, but I just wanted to go to Disney for my birthday. Like it's like half off for Florida residents. So we get like a huge discount. So I just wanted to do that, but it's just not in the cards right now. And I'm just like I get through the day to day, like, you know, with the illness and like all this shit that I deal with. People be mean on the internet. My family's fucking, you know, fucking the government. And like all of my friends and their struggles, like I just sucked that up like a little sponge. I swear to God, Cindy and I got more sick this week because we were absorbing each other's sickness, even though we didn't even, like, we've never met. So I was just like, it was just really bumming me out. And then, of course, I still haven't even told you what happened last night, and the guys are going to be here soon. I didn't drink anything for days. All I ate was some potato soup. If I drank 8 ounces of water in an entire day, that would have been a lot. So if you look at my face right now, you can see how it's like puffy and that's with makeup on. Like it's so blotchy. I'm so pale. It's so puffy. I look like hell. And Doug was so stressed. I was like literally wailing at one point, begging God to end my suffering. It was so bad. And like I remember at one point I had like a little stubble on my legs and Doug like touched my leg and it moved the hair like the wrong way. And it hurt so much. I was just like screaming. And so I'm kind of all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm having like an existential crisis. Doug's not here and the kids are going to be here soon and I'm stressed. So, just no time. You have to take care of yourself. That would be the number one thing. But I was so you guys know when you have a health problem, I'm like, Monolaurin, vitamin D, magnesium. Like, I give you 50 things to do. I tell you what to do with your diet. I could not think. I couldn't send a text message. I had people that wanted to talk to me, and I'm like, y'all, if you ever need me and you reach out to me, I'm there. I wasn't there for people. I'm so sorry. I was just like, I don't know, I'm dying. That was all I texted people that weekend. So it just feels like, do you hear that? Sniffles? Some sort of kamikaze bird. It just felt like, nothing's ever going to go right. We're never going to get a break. Just sometimes it feels that way. And I'm turning 48 on the 13th and not feeling my prettiest, especially again, when you do online stuff, people make mean comments on the, on online, but not everyone. And then I have comments for you. Matthew says you're too much. I heard the Colorado River ran dry a couple days ago. Do you want me to go down there and squirt all over it? I'm also dehydrated, so it's not going to work. I'm going to have to look at when they tell you to test to see if you're dehydrated. Look at this. Oh, I'm a little bit better than I was. When I did it before, it like stayed up for like a full minute. So maybe the pool's helping. I don't know. I don't think the pool hydrates you. Courtney says, what? I don't know what you're saying. What about? But sure. And then Cindy said, just text it to you. Yeah, not everybody has my number. Although I think everybody who's here tonight should have my number. If they don't already, just message me. I'll give it to you. Cindy sent me a TikTok. It's kind of hard for me to watch a TikTok right now. But I will definitely look at that afterwards. Courtney says ladies don't want him because he's too big. Yeah, no, it's like the size of a wiffle ball bat. Like, honest, I've seen it. Like, it's gigantic. It's gigantic. Also, though, he doesn't have running water. So, but he used to have running water, and he did have a big dick. Okay. I'm kind of all over the place. The guys are going to be here soon. They're going to want to talk. I still haven't even told you the story as to why I look like fucking shit on a ball. Shit on a ball? Is that even a term? I don't even know. So, yeah, his dick was too big. And I was there one day. So he and his friend Kevin lived in the same apartment building. He lived above Kevin. And then Scott lived across the hall. So Scott, Kevin, Charlie upstairs. Charlie fell asleep in the shower one night after having sex with a hooker, and water was raining down. So we all ran up to see why it was raining in Kevin's apartment. It was because Charlie was passed out drunk with his dick that is like, you know what a wiffle ball bat is? It's like half the size of a wiffle ball bat. So apparently they had gone to a biker bar, and Kevin took home a midget, but there was a prostitute advertising by masturbating on the side of the bar. And so he took her home, and apparently he didn't finish. Obviously, he'd been drinking quite heavily, passed out in the shower. So the prostitute went back the next day to finish it, and I think she wanted to get some more money. It was the whole thing. And she invited me to join them, and I regretfully declined. I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't regretful. He has a monster dong. He doesn't shower. She's a prostitute, and we're in Pawtucket. Like, these are not, I don't know if you've ever been to Pawtucket, but Pawtucket. It's such a crazy story. I'll have to finish it another time. Did I leave any holes out of the story? Charlie has a massive dick. He doesn't have plumbing. He is loaded. He's looking for someone significantly younger than him who will bear him children and not be Americanized. So he's a real friend to women. Just kidding. Love him anyway. Just not my thing. Ladies don't want him because he's too big. Girl, I'm having nothing to do with that. And she says, I call BS. I need to see this monster. I can text him and tell him that you want to see it. I'd have to pull out my phone. Girl, you need to look up Google. Actually, I'll have to have Doug find it. We were watching, oh my God. We were watching Real Housewives of Atlanta and over the weekend, and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sorry, I'm so far behind on comments, you guys. Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they had this guy on, and I want to call him Obo, but that wasn't his name. He was a stripper. They showed his dick. They didn't show it. Well, they showed his bulge, but Doug looked it up online. You might as well give birth. Like, that thing was gigantic. Like, it was like, but like, think of like a rhino horn, but bigger. Yeah. No. And Jeff's Uncle Polly says, I just got on at Dean's and the band is loud. Sorry, who's Dean? I don't know where that is. I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry that I didn't see you sooner. Well, I mean, I'm just doing my stuff. I'm like dying to hook up with you. Well, hook up, like, to all of us get together. Hookah Bob was talking about coming down this weekend. And also, do you guys want to meet up? We could all do Twisted Fork, and then maybe we could all go down to Matt Lachey and hang out. You can bring your bike. You can have the air mattress if in Hookah Bob's in the guest room. And also, so you guys, you've heard me talk about Monolaurin. I was deathly ill. Mind you, I was a little annoyed with my husband from last week's events. On Thursday night, I slept in the guest room. I was still in the guest room on Tuesday. I needed time to like recover. And when Doug's like stressed out, I absorb that and I don't sleep at night and it's not good. So when he's in negative vibes, I go in another way and then we come together. Like we'll snuggle together and stuff. It's just I need to sleep by myself. So because I was sleeping in another room, and I force-fed that motherfucker Monolaurin. Not really. He did it himself because he didn't want to get sick. He wanted to have the time with the boys. We kept from getting too sick. So I definitely recommend Monolaurin. Everybody should have it in the house. And there's a lot of things that you can do that we can. There's a lot of great things you can do if you are dealing with some sort of mystery illness and you don't know what to do. I am not a doctor, but I've been sick long enough that I have a great big bag of tricks that I reach into, and you never know what I'm going to pull out. Could be a titty. Could be Monolaurin. I saw the videos. It looked like such a blast hookah, Cindy says. And yeah, it really did. And the boys are here. The lights are on. Paul says, Uncle Paulie is in the house. I know, right? I was actually telling somebody today that my family hates me so much that I have to go to bars to pick up uncles. The long and the short of the story is we're at the Twisted Fork waiting to find out what was happening with Doug's song. And I got chatting with a handsome gentleman next to me. You guys may recall, Doug passed on a Father's Day blowjob. And I asked Uncle Paulie if he would have passed on a Father's Day blowjob. And he said that he would not. And so the poor man is just walking up to a bar where everybody knows him. And this crazy white woman with dreadlocks is just like, hey, would you pass up a Father's Day blowjob? Paulie, Uncle Paulie, I got to tell you, I'm quite proud of you for not whipping your dick out. Had you been my actual uncle, I don't know that I would have gone that way. And by the way, I must say none of my uncles have been pervy with me ever. My family's fucked up. Nobody's ever been pervy. Not in my family, at least. Oh, my dad said something once that was fucked up, but it wasn't pervy. Well, it was fucked up. I'll tell you some other time. Somebody remind me to tell you the story about the fucked up thing my dad said about deer season. And then you are a Leo also. Oh my God, that's why we're practically twins. I am not. I'm a Cancer, July 13th. Is your birthday right after mine? Let's talk about that. And Cindy says, want to go to SeaWorld with us on the 14th? Nope. But thank you. You guys have fun. I really, really, really wanted to go to Disney, but I don't think it's in the budget. I thought the guys were home, but now I don't. Like, are they going to come out here? Are they going to be on the podcast? Am I doing the podcast by myself? I don't know. But I did tell Nolan I was going to smack Doug in the head with a tit. And he's a gay man. He may not want to see me smack his father in the head with a tit. Or maybe Doug's afraid of me getting hit in the head with a tit. Or, I don't know. But my aloe vera plant needs watering. So I do not want to go to SeaWorld. I want to go to Disney World. But thank you. And you guys have fun. Oh, man, woman. I just want to hug you and hate the people. I hate people touching me. Some people I want to touch me. I desperately need tissues and a cup. And welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. I'm in the middle of the podcast.
We've been watching you.
Well, can you get in here and be on the podcast so I don't have to carry the whole thing by myself? It's very hard for me to talk for long periods of time. How long do you guys think I could talk without help? And I'm not even caught up on comments. I've just been like, blah, 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 blah. Shannon's a Leo as well. I need all these birthdays. Yeah, I don't know what you did there. Hello, gorgeous. Our favorite gays in the house. And we have a favorite lesbian, OG lesbian, Tracy, and we have plenty of, but you're all great. You're all great. Even you straight people. Some of you suck. Some of you gay people suck too. I mean, some of you really suck. You know what? If it pays the bills, not you. You will go to college, work hard, and get a respectable job. You will not.
Wear a suit and tie.
Don't do that. I mean, unless you want to. Speaking of, Wesley, almost birthday boy. I don't know what they're gonna do, if they're gonna get in the pool or what the fuck they're gonna do. Oh.
Oh my god. It's like
There.
water.
Everybody
Hi.
say hi, Nolan. Hey, Nolan. Hey, Wesley. Hey, Douglas.
Hello.
See, you guys could get in the water, or I could go out there, or whatever you want.
What do you want to do?
Well,
They're eating.
Did you eat already?
No.
Bear with us for a minute. Do you have food?
Yeah.
Well, then you should get your food and sit out here and eat and be the peanut gallery. No, like, you know how we had a peanut gallery with what's his name, and it was fun? You guys could be the peanut gallery until you're done. And I'm going to tell you guys. Okay, this is really getting fucked up because my group of friends from high school, we all sat at the lunch table together. We all have birthdays in the same week. So this podcast is just like recreating that. Cindy says, yes, everything hurts, literally feel like death. I'm thankful Stacy talked to me one day and I was having a moment. Yeah, might tell your family to go fuck themselves and then wonder why my own family doesn't talk to me. Oh, I'm the worst. Girl, Epsom salt baths. I took like 2 to 3 a day because it's the best way to absorb magnesium is through the skin. What is happening with my hair? I don't even. Nolan, what is happening with my hair? It's so bad. You know, because here's the thing. Love this little fucker to death. But he would totally troll me on TikTok and be like, what is wrong with your hair? Boomer. Would you call me a boomer?
No, I call you a Gen X.
He actually hates Gen X. I don't think he even knows any boomers because his dad's technically just barely a Gen Xer. Can we just call your dad a boomer for fun? Because he just makes it by 1 year.
Yeah.
Is it really what?
Yeah. He's such a boomer. And so wait, are we all 4? Doug's a boomer. I made you a boomer.
Okay.
I'm Gen X. Wes is a millennial and Nolan's Gen Z. Well, I have some topics that I want to talk about. We're going to get to that. Let me get through the comments. So that cannabis, if you want some of the edibles that I have, come over. I'll just give them to you. You don't even have to come in the house. I'm going to put them in the driveway for you. Just like throw them. Actually, you shouldn't do that because little kids will come and eat them. And Courtney's birthday is the 18th. So weird. And Cindy is the 31st. So me, Courtney, and Cindy, and Shannon, all birthdays in the same week.
You guys should go on a girls' weekend.
I don't have any money. I was supposed to go on a booze cruise with fucking Hookah Bob and Muck Sticky, get drunk, make out with a girl, and puke my brains out. But no, instead, I was home being sick and miserable. And we're not going to Disney World for my birthday unless we win the lottery tonight. I don't know. Nolan's making a lot of money now. Wes, you got some money for us? Oh, actually,
We could sell them.
I don't think that they're worth as much now that they're adults. I will tell you a story about why my stepsons should be pimping themselves out right now to send me to Disney World. I'm going to tell you that story. It's funny because I was going to tell at the beginning of the night, but it's nice that they're here because I can like lay a nice guilt trip, like Catholic grandmother did. And Hookah Bob says it will happen. The wheels are slow. Baby, I am slow. Did I tissue? Do we ever get tissues?
No.
Yeah. And Paul says, I'm glad you're feeling better. I am feeling significantly better than I was, but I still feel like fucking shit. Wait till you hear the story. And then Shannon says, Pawtucket the bucket. Need I say more? Charlie passed out drunk in his shower, dick in hand, whilst water pours into Kevin's apartment, and the prostitute Charlie hired last night at the biker bar where Kevin picked up a midget is banging on the wrong door because she was too drunk to remember which apartment she was in, and she forgot her handcuffs. That only happens in Pawtucket in Florida. So if you are thinking about moving to Florida, just maybe give Pawtucket a try for like a week.
In the brochure.
Is it? I'm actually kind of digging my hair. I'm sorry for my snotty. This is way better than it was. It was just like, Doug, can you do an impression of me blowing my nose?
No. I can do an impression of you using every tissue on the planet.
I did. I used every tissue. I think it was 5 boxes. Was it 5?
Close to it. Yeah, probably.
And then Flamingo said, Hookah Bob says, I see the flamingos are back on land. Not all of them. As a matter of fact, there's one in the pool. There's 2 there. I had some I was going to bring this weekend. Yeah, I'd originally bought them to give to Muck Sticky when I interviewed him, but that did not work out that way. So I'm going to beg him to do the podcast for my birthday. That is like my okay, we can't go to Disney World, second best thing. Muck Sticky on the podcast. You know what would be the best thing ever? To go to Disney with the kids. Hookah Bob. I actually told Doug the other day that I wanted to go to Disney World with Hookah Bob. Like, you're on my list of people. So is Tracy. Hookah Bob, Tracy, Bex, the boys, Doug, me, Muck Sticky, Vanilla Ice, and maybe Christopher Walken, Danny DeVito. I don't know. It sounds like a good time to me. And of course, all the master haters. Kristen says, I miss you. Glad the boys are there. I miss you too, girl. I was actually just thinking of you today. I'd been so fucking sick. Oh my God. We have comments over on YouTube. Wellness Pandemonium joined. That looks like a great page. And she says, where is the other half? My Aunt Cheryl. Sorry, I missed her. I wish she saw this because I never see what's happening over on Instagram. It's just such a shitty platform for us. As a matter of fact, we lost 2 followers on Instagram. I did nothing. We still managed to lose 2 followers. Lizard, there's your first lizard since you've got here. On the screen, top half. Excuse me. So anyway, my aunt wanted to know where Wes was because we got Wes on the camera a little bit, and she says hello. So Aunt Cheryl says hello. You guys almost had to fly into Lauderdale. You would have gotten a meter. And Courtney says, hi, Wes and Nolan and Uncle Polly. Oh, by the way, you guys, you have a new step uncle. Because you don't have enough uncles as it is. I went to a bar and got you a step uncle. And his name's Uncle Polly, and we love him. Kristen says, Doug is not a boomer. Ken barely is. He was born in 65. And Hookah Bob says, I thought we weren't allowed to say midgets. Yeah, we're not supposed to say midgets. We're not supposed to say hermaphrodite. We're not supposed to say all the things we say here. We correct them as quickly as we can. So, little person, intersex person, whatever. The problem is with a short video, if you say something like that, you're going to get flagged for hate speech, which has happened to us a few times now. Because, this is the most hateful podcast on the internet. Hey, you guys each represent a minority group. Doug.
Old white man.
Old as fuck. Really, honestly, it's the fucking patriarchy is what these motherfuckers represent. Wesley, especially. Wesley is almost 29, which means almost 30, which means I'm almost going to be 29 next week on my birthday, which is so weird. Don't you think it's creepy that your dad got a wife that was just your age? Like, it's so weird. It's going to be even weirder when you're 60 and I'm still 29. You'll be like, my stepmom's 29.
See, I know somebody who actually did that.
Are we talking about somebody I know that came here to visit? Yes. I know all the hot gossip of all the gay kids and their families and the UMass Dartmouth of it all. It's like, I live for it. It's better than any reality show. Okay, so I'm going to blow my nose real quick. Can you guys hurry up and eat your food so you can come on the podcast? You guys, so this is the conclusion of the story. I'm going to tell it backwards. Because of what happened to me last night, the story I'm about to tell you, I was so fucking tired before the podcast, and I'm trying to come outside, and I said to myself, I really need to pee. I really don't have the energy to go to the bathroom. Can I hold it in? Probably not. Maybe. I didn't, but I said to myself, and I don't know why you would kill my punchline like that, but here we are. As always. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, it's very helpful. If you have tickets to a comedy show, don't bring Doug with you. Not the point. The point is that if I had peed, they would never know. I did not pee. I went to the bathroom, pulled my swimsuit aside instead of doing that whole. Pulled my swimsuit aside, peed, blew my nose 800 more times, thought I was going to be safe, came outside, and here we are. But we're getting to it. Haven't even said the story yet. Matthew says, short jokes go over their head. Yuck. yuck. You're almost as funny as Mr. What do you call it over there? Heckler? Yeah, but it's
Volcanic
like
acid?
but like when I'm in a bit and you heckle me.
I didn't know you were in a bit.
If I'm talking like the I'm probably in a bit.
Alright.
Do you guys know when I'm in the middle of it? It's not even like a bit. It's more like a tirade, right? Like they're not really bits. Like a bit is like, I mean, sometimes I have something that I thought about. Like I'm like, oh, I have to talk about this on the podcast. But like generally it's just, is this what I'm like all the time? Not you. Is this, I have to tell him not to answer for people because he's a fucking asshole. Am I like this all the time?
I'd say it ranges. You
Some-
can go from tirade to
Quiet.
silent.
Yeah, because I run out of energy.
Yeah.
It's not like a personal attack or anything. I hope you know that.
Maybe it's not a preference. It's just how much energy you have.
What if you're talking about the great artist
Come
Alana
sit
Miles?
on a podcast. Well, she has black velvet. I see. I need to tell this story, but I definitely want Wesley to hear it so he can join us on the guilt trip. I don't know. Okay, so we don't have a lot more comments, which is awesome. Let me check and see what's going on. Oh, well, it's not awesome that we don't have a lot more comments, but I have to wait to tell the story until Wes comes. So I'm going to show you guys a couple things from our hashtags. So lipstick is trending on the internet. Check this shit out. They have a new device from YSL. It is $350. And you take a picture and it makes your lipstick whatever color you want. It's just this cute little machine. And yep. Wait, what? She's what?
Oh, so no, that's
That's
Shannon. was on the
Jalen's
phone.
mom.
Oh yeah, we're like besties. We check we
I
Shannon,
still
how often
use-
do we talk? Like every day. Nolan says, hey.
I still use your color street all the time.
Oh my god, can you help me with mine?
Yeah.
So she sent me a bunch and I just don't know how to do my nails and I haven't been feeling well. Although let's wait till the end of the week. That in case I don't think there's any way I'm contagious still because I've been sick for like over a week, but and your dad hasn't caught anything. Monolaurin. Although if you and Wes wanted to take the Monolaurin, that would be good. Can someone find him, please?
Yeah.
So, thank you for sending out a Wesley a Wesley search party. Can I tell you something about Wes? Love him. Sweetheart. Absolute sweetheart. But the first time I was alone with Wes, he just like went for a walk and just like disappeared for hours. I had no idea where he was. And I was like, oh my God, is he okay? I didn't know that he just kind of goes on walks sometimes. And when it's like a teenager and you're like, okay, you're in charge, but like they're self-sufficient, like what do you do? So he was not lost. He wasn't running away from home. He just went for a walk because that's what Wes does. So he went for a walk. Wes, where did you go on your walk? No, well, just now you disappeared. I was like, where the fuck is Wes? Yeah, how dare you finish taking a dump? I have a guilt trip to lay upon you. Douglas, are you going to come and be on this podcast ever? What are we going to do? Are we going to put our feet in the pool? Are we going to
I'm just gonna
you
go
gonna get in the water?
No one's phone in the water and they can go get it.
Are you going to what are you doing, Douglas?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Take your pants down and make it happen.
I can sit here.
You're just like three men in the dark.
3 men and a baby.
Where are you? Oh, I
feel like
did.
I'm close.
I will
close to
tell
the
you
camera.
that I made a promise to you're too close. Y'all can see that I need to see an orthodontist. Okay, so this is the story of how you got here. Not to be confused with the torrid trails of Doug's previous marriage. I am so grateful for these amazing young men. So that is marriage doesn't always go the way that you planned it to, but the thing about kids, it's great. Well, sometimes kids fucking suck. These kids are awesome, but sometimes kids suck. The thing is about divorce is great is you get to keep the kids. You get something good out of it.
You get something. Yeah.
You get something good out of it. Like some bad stuff, some trauma,
It's like a
some,
consolation prize.
some massive need for therapy and attachment issues for the rest of your life, but you get this, consolation prize 1 and 2. But it would be better if you had more.
What if I had like 7 of them?
We do have 6
Then
total.
yeah.
So this is the story of because I don't know how to this is the story of how the boys got here. Can somebody sit closer to me so I don't feel like I'm like I have to either be like
I feel like
"Ooh."
the camera should be.
Maybe we should just get up
more.
on the table.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you gonna get out?
I will get out of the pool. We're all going to get out of the table.
You want me to hand me your expensive computers?
I want you to get out of the pool first. And I want you to say that you're going to be responsible.
I'm going to be responsible
You've been clumsy lately.
for thy machinery.
Such pretty machinery.
It is pretty machinery.
Actually, I was just thinking
The
about
good
how-
people at
I was just thinking about how
the good children at Apple
Oh,
that made that computer.
cases for
I
our
guess.
overpriced laptops.
Yeah, we might.
Okay, so the way I want to do it, instead of trying to put 4 people out, well, you can put people in the background, but I want to swap people out because.
Alright.
No, pull your chair out. There's chairs. Okay, so have a seat, one of you, some of you, all of you. So, yeah, see, why don't you sit back with your dad, Wes? That's perfect.
Sit down.
So you just have to squish in the middle. Okay, so this is a story of how the babies came to be.
Mhm.
Tracy says, "Hey boys." For those of you who don't know, this is Wesley, my amazing stepson, UMass Boston graduate.
Yes, 21.
Sorry, it's so hard to keep them all straight because you are UMass Dartmouth. Jacob was UMass Amherst. None of you were special. I'm gonna smack you with the titty. I told Nolan.
At least none of us are UMass Lowell. That
Oh,
would be really
hey,
bad.
now, no, don't be bad mouthing you,
I mean,
Matt.
he's not-
Why? It sucks.
he's
I
not
was
wrong.
trying to think of, is there any other UMass? And that was the only other
There's
one.
Lowell,
Right?
and then is there like a
Medical school, I think.
Oh, UMass Medical School,
Oh,
Worcester,
okay.
Mass.
Isn't it like that? Yeah.
oh there's some sort of campus out in Worcester. There's got to be.
Yeah, UMass. No, Worcester State University is there. And then UMass Memorial is the UMass Teaching Hospital.
I don't know. There's a lot of
And then, of course,
Massachusetts things.
Massachusetts College of Art.
Courtney says, "I'm back. Hey everyone. Hey Court. You guys haven't met Courtney, but she's our new favorite. She's-
Shortney, right?
Sure.
Yes,
She's
yes,
from,
she's you guys have played Jackbox together.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the story. Last night, I'm like yesterday's the first day I can sit up. Still have a low grade fever, like 99.8 or like whatever. That's a fever for me. And at like one point it was even I'm like, why am I so hot? 98.8. Because my normal's
Yeah.
95.9 to 96.9. Like it's really low. So I'm like, but I can sit up and I can drink a little bit. So I'm gonna do some work. And I started loading up the Canva for the week. So you'll notice I didn't get to interact today, but I did get the Canvas done. The
We're
reason
talking
we
about
didn't
the Canva in the car.
oh, we're gonna talk about that some more as a family because I wanted to share some things that we learned. But ChatGPT.
What'd they do?
We'll get to that. I've made there's so much I can do to make my life so much easier and save so much time. And
Just gonna talk like that and get a chair.
told you to get a chair a long
All
time
right.
ago. Okay, so ChatGPT is amazing. We can talk about that another time. So I'm sitting there and I'm doing some work, and Doug's like, "I'm going to bed." And understandably, he had taken a nice afternoon nap, but I understood him wanting to go to bed because it was like what 11:45.
It was late, yeah.
So it's 11:45 at night, and so I'm continuing to work, and I'm like, I'm just gonna finish what I'm doing, and I literally had about 10 minutes left of work to do, like cut paste. Thank you, ChatGPT. Bloop bloop bloop. Content ready for the week, and then all I would have had to do today was
Get up.
feel halfway decent, muddle through the day somehow. Sorry, feel halfway decent, pick the kids up from the airport, do my social stuff while we all catch up.
Yep.
Right? Do the podcast. That I could have gotten through the day.
But
it didn't go that way. So at some point in there, we're playing with the order that we post things. Like the different times and stuff. You may have noticed that like sometimes things I put on Doug comes up first, sometimes it comes later in the day. So I went to my email because I had sent myself an email because I didn't want to lose the GPT that told me when to post what. And so I just happened to go into my email because I wanted to know what time to post this video, even though I already posted that video at that time. Instead of checking the other videos in that window, I went all the way to my email. Email, your flight's canceled. Yeah, we would if I hadn't stayed up to work, if I had looked at that even slightly
you would've been
differently,
got up at 4.
I would have got up
gone to
at
the
4, and you guys would have gone to the airport at 4 o'clock this morning. and would have picked you up, and you would have sat at the airport all day. And it gets even worse from there, by the way. So this is like the horror story of my life. So the message comes, their flights are canceled. And like in the first message, which was like, oh, I gotta pull them up. It's actually ridiculous.
I know. How do you just cancel a flight and not?
I was like, they have oh my God, I totally milked it. I'm like, Wesley only has one arm. Nolan's a unicorn.
He's got his service apostle.
And he's coming to Florida, and everybody hates the gays. Not in this house. Love you, motherfuckers. Although we love everybody.
It's a problem.
It's like you're the Flintstones back there in the back seat of the car.
Oh yeah.
You don't drive in the back seat.
Sorry, go back to the front.
I would be driving.
Wesley can sit in the back seat sometimes. Nolan is 21 years old and no longer in a bumper seat.
Oh, I never sit in
Booster
front,
seat.
ever. It's just a thing.
Yeah, but do
I
you
don't
want
know
to?
why.
Do you want to?
Sure. I just like never even. I don't even think about it. I just like instinctively.
It's his
get
place
in
in
the back.
life. In places.
Let the poor kid sit in the fucking front. Jesus Christ. No wonder he's so excited when he got his license. He's like, I finally get to sit in the front. Would you have to sit in the back when you drive? Is it because your legs are so long and you sit in the back? You're like,
I swear, I didn't sit in front until I could drive.
That's ridiculous. I let you sit in the front though. all the time.
That's true.
Nolan and I like to drive through puddles together. Although we did remember one day after cooking, was it cooking school?
Yeah, it was
and we
cooking
went.
school.
Well, it was weird because why were you there, not Noelle?
I don't remember.
Maybe you signed up for a sec. I think you signed up for a second week.
Yeah. something
During
like
school
that.
vacation, it was a whole thing. Okay, so this is the story that I can't seem to tell. So I get the email. Oh, that's what I was pulling up was the email to tell you guys what time these fucking things came in. I hate these motherfuckers. JetBlue. Oh, that's at 5:46 this morning. That was helpful. Yesterday at 11:19 p.m., JetBlue is like, oh, we regret to inform you that your flight has been canceled. We're working quickly to rebook you an alternate flight. We'll provide an email shortly. And I'm like, that's not good. And so I start looking to see, and I'm like, oh, there's a ton of other flights. They're just not JetBlue flights. And so that was what, 11:28? So 9 minutes later, they're like, yeah, nope, we're canceled your flight.
Yeah, nope.
There's no way for you to, we haven't been able to find a way for you to get to your final destination. And you can travel on an alternate date and an alternate flight by nearby.
Take a bus.
You take a bus.
We take a bus to Florida.
It was absolutely ridiculous, like ridiculous.
Walk.
So I look online and I start looking immediately for other spots. And there's a JetBlue flight at 4:00 from Boston to Fort Myers.
The one that we were on.
Yeah, well, I'm getting to that point. Like father, like son likes to steal my punchline.
Oh no.
It's totally fine. So I get on the phone with them. I'm like, there's one at 4:00. The woman's like, no, there isn't. By the way, I was on hold for 2 hours. I spent over 9 total hours on the phone about this, not to mention tweets and IMs, because I had 2 phones going, plus my laptop, sometimes Doug's laptop. Sometimes I would be tweeting. I tweeted from 2 different accounts. Like I was going hog wild. I'm asking ChatGPT, how do I destroy this airline company?
How do I destroy
one
JetBlue?
key at a time? Like, let's short the stock of American Airlines. Fuck those assholes.
Was it
And
American or
JetBlue. It was a little bit of both.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. You're actually right.
Yes, I know I'm right. I was up all
Sorry.
night dealing with this fucking nonsense. 9 hours. So you finally get somebody on the phone, and I'm like, no, there's a flight right here. And no, she's like, no, the next flight we can get you is on the 3rd. And I'm like, on the 3rd? Hey, Wes, the 3rd. That's a very special day in our family. What is that day
Yeah.
again?
Birthday.
It's your birthday.
Yes.
And why are you here?
Celebrate it.
To celebrate your birthday. Would you like to spend your birthday in the airport?
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
That's the closest thing you're ever going to get from from Wesley is a tirade right there. That was a tie. Probably not.
Probably not.
Are you on the-
Probably not. He would probably not like that. Fuck you, American Airlines. My stepson would not like that.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably.
Let me be a channel for your unexpressed rage. I will go on a
If there was
tirade.
anyone that could serve
I'm not even done. Okay, so although Wes, sometime we'll just disappear and you can go on a tirade about all of us. That would be amazing. Okay, so I'm on the phone. They're like, nope, can't get you there till the 3rd. They're like, I know, you can take this flight tomorrow to Fort Lauderdale, which is 2 hours and 15 minutes away. And, you know, gas and energy and exhaustion and having been sick and your dad doesn't like to drive. Doug drove to Costco and the airport and CVS.
Oh yeah.
He went to 3 stores, drove all by himself. He doesn't like to drive. So I'm on the phone with these fucking idiots, and I'm like, well, they're like, it has to be a JetBlue flight or a sister airline. I'm like, there's 80 airlines here. So I go online, I look up their sister airlines. I'm reading all the FAA regulations. And they're like,
FAA regulation.
no, I really was.
I'm
like,
sure you were.
Yeah, wait, it gets fucking crazier. So I'm on with them, and they're like gonna give you. They're like, no, I can refund your ticket. I can refund your ticket. I can refund your ticket. I'm like, they both took time out of work. Both of them have 2 jobs. That means they're not making money. If they don't come to Florida, they can't maybe you can pick up hours because it's a holiday. Your work is closed, right? So you're okay. And then the RA stuff, like you would put in for the time. But again, they could both be making money. So I was really pissed about that. And of course, mostly pissed because it's Wes's birthday. And it's the first time we're all going to be together as a family to celebrate Wes's birthday. And I don't even fucking know how long.
Oh, like ages. Yeah.
Ages. And so I was just losing it. I was like, and I'm so nice to people, especially customer service people. Like that's how half of our podcast viewers came to be. It's because they were customer service reps. Shout out to Cody from Audible and Dorinda and Michelle. We're gonna have a baby and name it Michelle. We'll get to that.
Jose.
Jose. I texted Jose today. Jose is our cable guy. But all of the people. And so, and Dorinda and Stacy. There was a Stacy that was Lacey, not Dorinda. It was Deandra, which because of Deandra on Always Sunny. So they're like,
Sweet bee.
I finally get this woman on the phone and I'm like, I'm looking on your website right now. JetBlue has a flight. It has this spot. It has these seats. It has. No, it doesn't. They're like arguing. I'm like, I'm looking at it on your fucking platform. Yeah, no, it's not there. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to check Google Flights. Yeah, it's there too. Yep, it's there too. No, it just hasn't updated yet. Why was this flight grounded? For weather. I'm like, not a single other flight.
No, there was only one.
Not one other flight into Fort Myers Airport was canceled.
The entire day.
Just this one. Couple a little late. They're like, no, can't get you on that flight. So at some point I get, one of them hung up on me.
Oh, that's right.
Gosh.
Hung up on me. I did tell them that I wasn't getting off not that one. I told the previous one. I'm sure there's notes about me in the file. If you work for an airline, JetBlue or American Airlines, and would like to read my file, I would love to fucking hear it. So they're like, yeah, no, you can't go on that flight. That flight doesn't exist. The flight was canceled because of weather, but there is no weather. And this is the only flight that was canceled. And the other ones just haven't canceled yet. And, but they've all canceled, but they haven't canceled yet. But you can't see it, but we can. I'm like, sometimes the back end of those websites or whatever, but the stupidity just got worse and worse and worse.
The fact that they did not want that, they were going out of their way not to be helpful. It
Yeah,
was
they're no people, which is it's like the opposite of what customer service has been. But I think I don't know. We live in a BDSM world. Maybe customer service has become all BDSM. You guys, do you spank your customers?
I mean, thankfully I don't work with customer service as much as I used to, but maybe it's changed.
Has it changed, Wes? Any big changes in customer service lately?
Sometimes there's bad situations when we do online pickup.
Yeah.
Not from me, but from others. Like somebody wanted a shepherd's pie and they got a lemon meringue.
Okay, shepherd's pie, lemon meringue pie. I'm going lemon meringue.
That's a bad substance.
Oh my God! Right now,
I welcome either.
I would both love to sit in and eat a lemon meringue pie. Hey girls, what's going on? Sorry, there's no these guys. Polly is my uncle.
Yeah.
There's no dudes. Although Matthew's kind of hot.
That's Yukon Cornelius.
Are there any other dudes? Hookah Bob's like my dad. He's really not like my dad. Thank God for that. Hookah Bob is the coolest. Okay, so what was I saying? So they finally
They hung up on you.
they hang up on me.
Like hours.
So then I find another flight out of TF Green.
In
And
Providence.
it's in Providence. So the flight was scheduled to leave at 6, but the flight was delayed. I watched it go from 2 hours to 4 hours. I was like, oh, 2 hours. They might be able to make that. And then boom, it was 4 hours. I was like, perfect. So I call him up. I'm on the phone with her forever. And she's like, I'm like, well, we need to make sure that this flight's not going to get canceled. Let's get American on the line. She's like, I can't call them. I'm like, you can't call them. You can't call them. And I got to tell you, I got to hand it to this woman. She didn't hang up on me. And I was just like, stop explaining the same thing to me over and over again. That makes no fucking sense. You cannot tell me that all the flights are canceled when none of the flights are canceled. You can't, like, I'm not, like, I trust that you know your industry better than I do. That's why I keep asking them questions. And you ask them a question and they just don't answer it. You're like, okay, so let's assume that my stepchildren were, I don't know, catching a connecting flight and they were just stranded somewhere. Then what? And of course, like, Wes, I just want you to know, in the story that I told, you were like poor and suffering and you never left the house. I'm like, and my poor stepson, who's taking time out of work, is come all the way to Florida. He doesn't like to fly. I know you like to fly now. But I laid it on so thick that your dad got really mad. Like at them.
Really?
I was already mad at them, but then it just
because I was laying it on thick. And I'm like, are you going to call my stepson
I
and
heard
tell
you
him
say that about
his
4
birthday
times
is
before
ruined?
you
Are you going to call him? Here's his phone number. He's sleeping. They have no idea any of this is going on. They are sound asleep. I'm going to have to wake them up in the morning and ruin their week. They both took time out of work. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, can you explain to me what you would do if they were children? Well, but can you explain to me what they would do? I can cancel your flight. Like, they say that like it's a threat. Like, I'm going to cancel your flight, motherfucker, which I probably would do too. Not gonna lie. So, I'm on with her and I'm on with American. I have both phones and I've got her on hold for like 40 minutes. These people aren't the chattiest, by the way, or friendliest. And it would make, they'd be better at their jobs if they could be like endearing and personable with people, but they suck. So they finally, I've got them on hold and she goes, oh, these are JetBlue Basic. We can't change this to American Airlines. So I hang up on American Airlines, who I've now been on hold with for like an hour. So I still have Delta on the phone. They escalate me, then they escalate me again. I think that's when I got hung up on.
Oh no! Wait, you talked to a lady. She's like, "Well, I can you wanted to escalate the call, so you escalated the call to somebody else. Well, can we escalate that call?" And he's like, "No, I'm on the escalation committee team. There's nowhere to escalate it to." And then he's like, "So then you're like, well, I want to escalate it. Oh, well, I can escalate it to a different person. You just told me you couldn't." It was comical. It was like
who was on first for like an hour, and it's probably it's probably boring as fuck to listen to. But so I get disconnected. So finally, I get somebody on the line, and they're like, "Okay, well, we'll send you again with the sob story. Like, are you kidding me? My husband hasn't spent my son's my son's birthday with him for 12 fucking years as a family." Like, I was like, they had to take time out of work. Blah blah blah. My dog has one leg. Dog has AIDS. Like, I was just like, I don't have a dog either. So one of these things is not true, or two of these things is not true. Doug doesn't have AIDS, and I don't have a dog who's missing a leg, or a dog at all. I do have the dog inside. It's in a box. It's dead. It's just ashes. Okay, not the point. So these motherfuckers, you're on the plane. They're like, okay, we will escalate this, and because of your special circumstances, we are going to let you switch to American. I'm like, wonderful. So they go to switch it over. They switch the ticket, and before I can even ask, sorry, I'm so happy it's booked. Before I can even double check to make sure the ticket was like all set, I'm at the exact same time, Wes texts me, "Is that gonna?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, the connection." And so they had to switch planes, so they would have missed their connection. So Wesley was right, I was right, but it was so funny how like it's like the middle of the night. Was it? It was 4. Yeah, it was like 4 in the morning, and Wes and I are having. Wes and I are having the same ding dong moment, but mind you, You went to sleep. I
Oh,
did
my
not
God.
sleep at.
You didn't go to sleep
Oh.
till about 8:30 today.
I
It
took
was a
I
quick
took I
nap
took
like
a
that.
I took like a 20-minute nap at 7:30 while we were on hold. I had
Yeah.
2 phones and my computer,
Oh yeah, you
and I took a nap like that just because I had to. And so I'm like, what, do we send them to the other airport and that flight gets canceled or they can't get their connection? I can't get someone on the phone. Now I'm trying to call JetBlue and American Airlines, and I can't reach either of them. I'm on the phone calling. I called, honest to God, I don't know if it was 7 or 8 times, and did the whole rigmarole, American Airlines, blah, blah, blah. This is how you can do it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, English, blah, 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 representative. 8 times got hung up on. But not
And then
when
I
you
called
call,
and I got through.
and Doug
I
called
don't
and
know
he
what- I
got
don't know
through.
what I
They
did
must have a
different.
fucking flag on my name because
Yeah,
I was
maybe.
fucking pissed.
That's why you.
I didn't threaten to kill anyone, but I really fucking
I
wanted
think
to.
sometimes it comes in handy having AIDS. They don't hang up on you.
It was so fucking bad. So finally, it's like I'm like, they need to leave in the next 15 minutes. I get somebody on the phone. I'm like, oh my God, it's a miracle. This is a day of synchronicities. Things are coming together. There is a God. It's a miracle. And she's like, keeps putting me on hold. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I need to get an Uber there in the next 15 minutes or they're not going to make this flight. And it's going on and on. And she's got me on hold and she's got me on hold. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. The only thing I thought of at that point was instead of having you guys wait for an Uber is to have you drive to the airport. And I'm like, but then how does he get his car back? Because he would have been at fucking TF Green instead of Logan. So then you're going to fly back to Logan.
Oh yeah.
So your car, I don't know how you would have gotten it back. I would have had to pay for you to Uber from Boston to Providence. Or I could have had you take the train. I don't know. Do you do the train?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
West
Does
does
the
it.
train
West
go
does
all
the
the way
train.
to the airport?
You have to connect like the blue line and then the red line and match up those tentacles.
Okay, can we just for a moment? So I want to do a whole Wes interview thing because it's his birthday, which is funny because we just had Pride, which was basically, we love you, Nolan, all month long, and fuck you, Wes. And you know what? It's gonna be fuck you, Nolan week, and we're gonna love Wesley. As a matter of fact, we're gonna shove you in a closet. We're gonna send you
Pride
to
is
conversion
over.
camp.
Get back in.
Oh God, thank God, because I need to
I was going to
watch.
try to slide you that way, but it wasn't.
I-
Just off camera.
Oh.
I really need to watch that shirt. It smells. You don't have your pride shirt
No, I know.
anymore.
It's not. It's July now. We're done with those.
Yeah, no.
We're done with
We're
those
done
people.
with Pride.
Oh well, yeah. Fuck the gays.
Yeah, see you next
No,
year.
actually, fuck them. It might be fun.
See
See
you next year.
See you next year. I love that. We should do Pride. See you next year. That would be
See you
hilarious.
next Tuesday.
We'll see you next year when we want to placate you again. We do a BLM one too.
Certainly won't be February.
Whew. Won't be February.
That's Black History Month.
Well, that's we.
It won't be Juneteenth either.
Well, what do we have on March 1st?
Wait,
Put
the
white hoods
Juneteenth-
on.
Juneteenth actually fell during Pride.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They fell
Yeah,
asleep
I
on
know.
Pride
They're
all
such
the time.
fucking scene stealers.
There's Flag Day and Arbor Day and
They had a Pride event in New York, and I guess that there was there was like some violence and like a freak out. And then of course San
Freak
Fran. I'm all for sexual expression. I'm all for nudity, but in today's culture, you got to be respectful of others, particularly if you're a member of a community like the gays who have been called perverts and compared to pedophiles. Don't do shit at a public event that is going to reflect poorly on your community. Like if you want to do an art event, do an art event. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to speak for the gays and speak foully of you
No,
or
I agree.
your people. Thank you. See, okay, America and beyond and surrounding areas.
it's surrounding areas. Yes,
Did you know that you can be a young gay man, and he's like a Gen Zer, right? So they're all like progressive and like, going to convert your
I
kids.
like technology.
Does not want your child to be force-fed any kind of lifestyle, wants your kid to be a kid. Look at him. So proud.
But not a Toys R Us kid.
Very proud of him, but
I was
also
a Toys R Us kid.
barely.
Yeah.
And
Toys R
also
Us
On the
going out of
back
business
half.
sale kid.
Pride is over. Fuck you, Nolan. Hey, Wesley. So I finally, so there was the woman, Stacy, was super helpful. But then I talked to this woman, Michelle. And Michelle got them on the flight that I was told did not exist at 2:30 in the morning. At 2:30 in the morning, I argued with a woman for 45 minutes that this flight existed. And guess what flight they were on?
Yeah.
The 4 o'clock
Mystery
flight.
Yeah.
I told Michelle, who is a lovely Puerto Rican rep from, she was from JetBlue, who recently spent a month in Portugal. Lovely lady. By the way, I've invited her to your Cars Quinceañera.
Oh
So
yeah,
you'll have
I
many
heard that.
a Spaniard.
Yeah.
I told her that I was going to have my uterus reattached, get pregnant, have a baby, and name it after her. So you're getting a new stepsister.
So,
Oh, good.
Excited?
Michelle.
she's not sure who the dad's gonna be. though.
How'd she
That's-
get us
that's-
on the flight that doesn't exist? I thought it didn't exist.
She found it. The woman is
Special
magical.
vision.
Right?
Oh, okay. Hang on. There was one other call in the middle.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm high and I haven't talked to human beings in like a week. Doug wouldn't even come near me. He would be like, "Here's your aspirin," and threw it and ran. He wanted nothing
They
to
use
do
that
with me.
clipper thing to fit the,
He-
the
Un-
knicker-upper
honest
thing?
to God, like he went nowhere near me unless he absolutely had to, and he was like, "This whole
Did you guys sleep in separate rooms?
yeah.
Something there.
yeah." I
We
slept in
could've
that
been
room.
any-
We ran the ozone in there all day
Oh, yeah,
today. We
it's all
changed
good.
the sheets. I took my
Boiling water. I
pillow.
cleaned that
Everything was
bathroom
like
with boiling water.
yeah, so everything could be
Good.
oh, I have some comments. Courtney says, "I love you guys," and Tracy says, "I also agree. Be better, do better." Ooh, what a good
Yeah, but
expression.
we're also done with her because she's also.
Shit, what time is it? 9:30. What? We're done. Oh yeah, fuck you, Tracy.
Yeah.
Pride's over.
Yeah.
You can join me in the
Yeah.
rejects closet.
You
I
ladies
just want.
love this.
Can I get sell T-shirts like that say "fuck you, Pride's over"?
I saw tweets of people like sucking up the rainbow off of their house. They're like, oh, gotta put it
Oh,
away.
like take it like the day
Well,
after
that's the thing,
Halloween.
like the problem is that like if you're gay, you get sick of the rainbows. Although there was a time where lesbians had the pink triangle thing going on.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
that
cool
was
as
a big
fuck.
thing
It was
for a
actually,
while.
especially like the hot pink with the black. I love that.
I
juxtaposition.
believe that came from Nazi Germany. I think they labeled everybody with like the blues were like blue, whatever, and the gays were the pink triangle.
Somebody want to look.
So
that up?
therefore, when
They
Malcolm was,
knew that you were gay. That
yeah,
No.
they would
ago?
like label you like yeah.
1940 whatever.
But that's like that we
So-
talk about even now is people having labels.
So when Vivienne Westwood created shirts for punk rock, she did a swastika and made it pink because it would really piss off Nazis.
That's a good way to do it. I will tell you, hot pink and black and white is like my favorite color combination. I love that. I also love like that grape purple, like that bright purple. I love that too. Which is cool because Shannon sent me some polishes with that were those colors. She sent me a lipstick that I really love. I left it out here in the heat overnight and like the whole day, and it didn't melt.
Oh wow.
Which is either means that it's like a good product for Floridians, or it means it's loaded with chemical crap that. But I had looked it up and it had safe ingredients.
Maybe it
in
has
so-
that goo. Did you see that thing on the news this week? It was goo that would smile. They put it on electricity into it, and the goo smiled.
I
They-
did
Did
not
you
see
see, you didn't
that.
see
Did you
that?
see
It
the
was
whole thing?
gross. It was crazy gross.
Did you see the thing about mushrooms?
No.
Oh my God, Paul Stamets. By the way, get baked sometime and watch this. Oh, don't get baked. You should not do that. Role model. Paul Stamets was on Rogan. He talks about mushrooms. You have to be like on indica to be able to follow this shit because it's so technical and it's so much information. Like the man is an encyclopedia of mushrooms, and you think mushrooms like portobello, like button. I don't know, the ones that get you high. No, it's
No.
like thousands of species. We're all just basically fungus. It's so weird. So like it's so weird because somebody described mushrooms to me, and this is the grossest thing ever. And it might make, if you want to like mushrooms, this might gross you
Turn it
out. I
off.
still like them. And Tracy says, "Back to the closet we go." That's right, where you fucking
Slam.
belong. And Nikki says, "Nolan Gear, I see you." I love Nikki. Do you know she's one of our biggest supporters on TikTok?
Oh, she
And she's
is the
the
number
cutest-
one fan. She's always sending me you guys' clips. I'm like, don't worry, I've seen it. I've seen it 5 times.
Did she request my song, or is she only?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We need to
see?
send some stickers back with you to the dorms because we've got your dad's album stickers and we have marital hate stickers from Keep Away to students.
Yeah, I mean, I have to go back to Balsam anyway, so I
If us
guess
out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nikki's coming with me to Balsam. Actually,
Ah,
we can
guys-
suffer together.
Yeah, but it'll be fun because you guys, honest to God, you'll be like the aunties of the dorm because you're getting older and you remember what you were like at that age,
Yeah.
and like looking at them, you're gonna just be like,
I can't believe I'm going to be 22 living in that building.
"This
That's
is
crazy.
This is gonna be Nolan, I guarantee you."
What do you? Who did that? Was that
This is not
22? Was that
acceptable.
a
This is
Taylor
not
Swift
a
or that
room
song?
check.
Yeah.
What's what?
All right, did we finish the story about getting them on the flight?
Oh, so she got him on the flight.
We got them on the flight.
And then I
Oh,
got
you were gonna have the baby. and-
I have to
and
have
name
the
it-
baby, and I
yeah.
got them an Uber, and then I did like, I don't know, like a half hour's worth of work, and I took a bath, and Doug shaved my legs because you guys steal my bathroom, so I had to have you shave my legs because I didn't have the energy to do it, and I didn't want to have like a bushwhacking scene. And do you feel bad for your sons that they? Well, I mean, Nolan probably. Well,
I
it happens
introduced them
dudes.
to this situation, so yeah, I feel some sort of guilt
No,
or
but
burden.
do you feel like there's certain things that you miss out on being these younger kids? For example, and men can have them as well, a 70s bush. Do you feel like your sons are missing out on the idea of the gigantic 70s bush afro that some ladies used to sport in their cooch, and men, and some men still do. Some men still do. What would you do if you were like there and it was like
I have plans. Not to say that's not happening.
He'd be like,
before.
I have
I don't even know
we
what I
are
have
fighting
plans.
things out. It's not pride. Go back in the closet.
Sorry.
Okay. So, yes, we got you an Uber. The guy looked hot in this picture. Was he hot in person?
Not really.
Oh.
He sprayed a lot of cologne.
Oh.
in his
He
car.
looked like he would have
He
a
was
lot
a
of
cloney.
cologne. No, he looked like he would have a lot of cologne. He looked
I-
like he would drive like
he
a,
took his Uber picture from up here. He's like, hello to
He
you.
was
Yeah.
like walking in the car. It was like
I still have the Uber guy
I
from like
couldn't do it.
3 times.
he was
ago.
nice though.
That guy was funny. I still have his picture. It makes me laugh.
I have like, I'm Facebook friends with like different Uber drivers that we've had.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Saeed. Saeed watches the podcast all the time.
Who's Saeed?
Saeed was when I stayed in Hollywood with Angela.
All right.
Saeed was our Uber driver when we went to Fort Lauderdale one day. He's doing really good. He owns his own vehicle. Actually, he owns several now, and
Oh.
he's a full-time Uber guy. He makes really good money on it. And Nikki says, "I want a marital hate sticker." OMG. Okay, girl.
I'll get you one.
I'll get you a stack.
I'll
I will
get
get
you
you
one,
a
girl.
stack. Nikki, you know what? I will get you something. I will get you something amazing for graduation. Tell me something. Did Nikki is the one that lives in Florida?
Yeah.
Does she have a pool?
I don't think so.
Nikki, do you have a pool?
I don't
We're
think
not
she has a
buying her a
pool.
pool.
I've never seen her send me a picture.
We
of
can
a
buy her
pool,
one of those
so-
like little inflatable pools, but that's not the point. The point is we have flamingos. You should get a flamingo.
That's good.
You take it to the beach. And then she says, Nolan, you're the only reason I'm gonna survive this semester.
You're the only reason I'm surviving this semester. I don't think I could do it without her.
Aw,
Like genuinely.
that's
It's
so
called.
sweet.
I really
What
couldn't.
do they call that?
Okay,
Symbiotic. It's not symbiotic. What's the other one? The bicameral. What is that relationship where it's unhealthy because you
Oh,
symbiotic.
codependent?
codependent?
Oh, codependent.
Well, I got lots of that. but-
Hang on, let me get a pencil and paper. You were saying?
How does that?
No, Nikki and I will
Symbiotic.
always be like, so you want to go to the Grove? Or, like, we can't go by ourselves. Like, we're not loners. I can be when I want to be, but after a little while.
Take your cat everywhere with you. Didn't you get an emotional support
Gus.
cat for this very reason? Oh wait,
Star
it's
doesn't even
Wes's-
like me.
It's Wes's cat now, right? Wes,
That's a
it's your
different
cat.
Gus loves me.
I feed her a lot.
Gus loves it.
Gus is
Did
so
you
Get a
watch-
sweet.
shirt.
did you
Gus
watch
loves
the
it.
Gus
video?
loves me.
And then sell the shirt.
Yeah, she'll fall asleep.
Let me show everybody
We have
the
dinner.
cutest cat in the world.
Gus.
Gus, which is not.
She's watching
That's
the
Nikki's
day.
cat.
Jalen's cat.
Jalen's cat. Okay, so Jalen
She's like
is
wiry.
Shannon's
Yeah.
daughter.
Daughter, yeah.
Okay, that's I keep mixing all you girls.
Look at Gus. Isn't he just the
Yours is
cutest?
He's
I
very
get to
cute.
live with him all the
Let me see
time.
Gus.
He looked like
He's
my
a nice
cat PJ growing up.
Oh.
I had a cat that looked like that growing up. His name
The
is
cat will eat you.
No,
Oh.
His
he
name
will
is
not eat you.
PJ, and he used to let the dog out. And then when the dog died,
Oh.
the cat was sad. The cat was really sad.
He
You
will
made me
cry
sad
and
with
make
that
you
stupid story.
stay up all night, but that's about
Do
it.
you know that cats learn to the crying noise? They learned it from babies and taught like because they preys on your sympathies.
Mm.
So that's like not a noise that they like inherently make. Like they learn it
Hmm.
and then they do it. Isn't that weird?
I want to know how a baby bird knows how to like make the bird noise. Like if it's an oriole, makes an oriole call or a cardinal.
Because that's how they communicate.
Yeah, but how do they know?
So how do you know English?
Because I was taught English and I was through a system of education.
Get out of my way, you gay. I was pushing Nolan away and trying to
Although
pull
I
Wes
do,
up from-
I did when I was raising these 2 young boys, I realized how language sort of developed because like when they're babies, they're just saying stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, well they're saying the all right, so that's mama, and then like whatever, and so you can
You
kind of
understood
tell.
the gibberish?
Yeah, and it kind of understood the gibber, but like here's the thing. Like if you were a Chinese baby, would you be like, saying all kind of like, how like, or Arabic?
Are you about to say something really
no,
racist?
no, not at all.
I-
But
I'm
they
so
have,
sorry.
they have like English is like mumbles, whereas those things are like formed words. Why? Who texted?
I just got a text from my good friend. Oh, it looks like we have more comments. Oh, Nikki's over on Instagram. Sorry, we never pay attention. Nikki said, Nolan, why didn't you tell me you're in Florida?
Rewind and watch the story. I didn't think I was going to be here today.
Yeah, long-
Because I miss
long
you. Thank you, Nolan, for not telling me you're in Florida. Nikki, I don't want you to say things like FAQ you to my stepson. You say fuck you. You say fuck you.
Yeah,
is
you know,
what
you
say.
gotta
Don't
say it to be
fuck you.
straight.
Grab your puss,
Yeah.
be a woman, and say fuck you. Go back in the closet. Oh, I didn't need to flick you. I can't. That's like a hate crime. And Nikki says, "Hey Gus," and she doesn't have a pool. That poor girl. Well, I know, but remind me before they graduate of the thing I want to get for Nikki.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Oh my God!
You're going to have to tell me what it is.
No, you don't get to know.
Why? I'm not going to
You'll
tell
tell.
her.
You'll
I'm
tell.
not gonna
You're
tell her.
codependent.
I'm not going to tell her.
No.
You'll have to tell me off camera.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can text it to you, but there you go. Okay, so we do have our topic.
Is Tracy watching?
Yes.
I came up with a new name for her town that I really like.
Okay.
Tracy lives in Tyvek Heights, Georgia.
Tyvek
It came to me the other
That's
day.
a really good
and
one.
It made me laugh.
I can't believe our Monstera is doing so well. Hey, have you guys gone to the Apothecorner yet?
The what?
Apothecorner?
No.
I don't. Yeah. Well,
Dude, gay owned Apothecorner. They have like all. First of all,
or also
they
known as Gond.
keep shape of themselves.
Gay owned is.
They're elder
you shorten it down.
gays.
It's Gond.
Elder gays, not elder gays.
As
Like
a
elder to
gonad.
you, not to me. Like
so
they're
they're going to
30.
be like trying to come at me the whole time.
No, they're like
I,
halfway.
no, I
They're good
attract like the old gays they want.
No. These
It's
are like.
kind of a problem.
Well, of course, yes. That's what's going to happen, and it happens to girls too. No, these are Alan and Keithy. They're in a relationship,
really
and they open the Apothecorner. They Alan's been on the podcast like 3 times, and they make bath and body products, like homemade products, and they support local artists. They sent us that plant, and it's that place that I was like, oh, go there and get your mom something for Mother's Day, and I'll pay for it. Remember, like back before Mother's Day, and you were like, you had stuff
It's
to
like,
do
no,
that
I
day,
already
you didn't
bought her
know
a
if you had
pack of smokes.
I think I remember that.
Okay, so anyway, that's the Apothecorner. They have all kinds of amazing plants, crystals.
Oh my God, the place is like a little
bath and
magical,
body products. Like, there's literally something there for everyone, and their like slogan is "It's a whole vibe." Like, I think that they
Fall
have some
River.
really cool stuff.
Right next
No,
to
they're
the,
not in Fall River. They're in
where
New
are they?
Bedford.
Oh, New Bedford. I
They're
always
New Bedford.
confuse those two.
And I have some Apothecorner stickers. I can send some with you and some for
Yeah,
Nikki
you should.
too.
Yeah.
So stickers, they fit in your suitcase.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. Because Doug was like, "Oh, I want to get this thing for Wes." By the way, did you chase that thing down?
I never got it. Couldn't get here in time.
Go to the store and check, or ask on Facebook.
They don't have the things everywhere.
I know
I'm
that.
trying to get.
But ask. That's how you find things. You can look for it, or you
You know
can.
what? I'm not staying up all night talking to customer service at a store.
Oh my God.
I'm willing to disappoint my children
Mm.
yet again.
Do you see how sullen and shallow my face looks? Do you have any idea how exhausted I am? Or
Oh,
how
I know.
crappy I feel?
Believe me, I don't know how you did that.
Say something nice about your wife who
My-
stayed on the
my
phone with
wife is
customer
a
service for 9
fantastic
hours.
Force for our family that will not take no for an answer. Who will not put my children on a plane to nowhere.
Just remember that when you pick my nursing home.
Oh well, I don't know if
I'll
you saw.
remember.
I was just like
I
a
don't know if
safety
no
box.
one saw today's short video
What?
because you're on a plane. It's about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is it?
It was about Nolan's gonna kill me for your
Oh, I
money.
saw it. I watched
Yeah,
that
it was very-
live.
it was very
I was
funny.
eating my dinner. I was like, oh my God.
Wait, where was this? What?
We were talking about how Nolan was gonna kill me
Oh,
to
for
get
my
your
money?
money.
Yeah, it's on TikTok right now.
And then you're like,
Yeah, I
are you
remember.
saying you're saying your son would murder you for money or murder somebody for money? I'm I'm like, yeah, I'm not saying that.
No.
So the way that I need to change it, because the way that it's currently set up, it's something that, because when I originally set it up, you guys were all like kids. So the way it's currently set up is that everything goes to your dad unless something happens to both of us, and then this is just my life insurance policy.
Then it goes
Which
to
I've
the
had for
Church of
years.
Scientology.
Yes, the rest goes to the Church of Scientology, and then after that,
I
it
just made
actually
that up.
goes to my girls. But it really should go to all 6 of you guys. But I had set the policy up 15 years ago. Like, they were little, so I didn't no, it was more than 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, you didn't even know us.
I didn't even know you. Yeah, no, I didn't even know your father. And so it took like 12 calls to just have your dad put on as the primary. And in order to divide the policy 6 ways, I was going to have like a special meeting with them. So I never got it done. So you guys better pray that we don't die at the same time. So if I die, so here's how it works. Okay. I die. Your dad gets all the money. Your dad dies, then you guys get all the money. See? We have to split it 50-50.
But you have to die
Mhm.
first. It's got to go you, then me.
Yeah.
then-
Your
and then-
dad dies first. We're all fucked.
We have to go in that order of mortality.
Yeah. Well, then you're it works the best that way. But if you're going to kill us, I'm willing to help you with the killing of me. I'll give you some pointers. I've been put a lot of thought into it. And your dad, just tell him you're gay and it'll put him right over the edge.
I'm not-
He's an old white man, boomer, can't possibly love his gay son.
I just disown him.
Which is so funny too, because when I tell people that we're politically opposite,
Yeah.
everybody assumes that you're the conservative. I'm like the biggest anti-government conspiracy nut, like libertarian. Although one of our hashtags tonight, and I do want to get through all the hashtags and then we can like hang out as a family or I can just pass out. They had the real debate, and what they did, it's on TikTok or Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, where RFK was there with a moderator, and the moderator, they showed the CNN debate with Biden and Trump, and then they showed RFK, and they just kept going around in circles, and the guy was hard on RFK.
I want to do that with me and see how I would do against those guys in a debate.
I think
I couldn't have done much worse.
I think the turd I took this morning would do better than
Turd.
those idiots. That's not the point. The point is that what?
I gotta get another drink. I'm roasting over here.
There's fans. The point is that the hearing a third voice was actually helpful, and it was funny because there were a lot of times where he was able to act as like the tiebreaker. So he's like, "Oh, Trump's actually right on this," or like Biden's right on this, or whatever. So it was really interesting to see a different take. While I do have some concerns about Kennedy personally, I do like the idea of a third party candidate. There's a lot of things that he stands for that I agree with. I don't necessarily think all of his ideas are brilliant. And I don't think that, not that they're not brilliant. I think a lot of them are great, but I don't think that they'll ever happen. Is unfortunately.
Yeah, I wish we could get the votes together for a third party person.
Would you vote for RFK?
I would.
Have you seen him with his shirt off?
Yeah, no, I would.
Vote
And
two
like, I
times.
wish we could get people to vote for a third party, but like I've never even
Well,
seen it go more than 5%.
So this is where it gets really crazy. So one of the biggest, so there's different groups that they like try to assemble to get to vote, and young voters is the biggest group, right? Like, so you want to work with young voters. So you guys have generations that have already seen major change. They've implemented major change in the world around them. And of course, you had a little help from your predecessors. Thank you, OG Lesbies and company. Of course, anybody that's, come before us has paved the way for us. What was I going with this? People,
Debate.
OJ being a lesbian,
Third party.
third party what?
Third party debate.
Oh, yeah. So you and Nikki and Wes could really be the voice of a generation of bringing in somebody new. Like if you guys came on and you were like, hey, I'm Nolan, I'm going to vote for RFK because I believe that the party system is broken. I'm, a gay man and, blah, blah, blah. And like, why
Maybe
you
I
like
will.
them.
Maybe I will. Like,
That
even-
kind of TikTok would really that kind of TikTok for somebody like that really has an impact, because think about TikTok. Like he's on TikTok and there's again some videos of him with his shirt off that are really good. But he had some he and Vivek Ramaswamy have both had really good TikTok channels. And so if you did a TikTok It's not where the old people are advertising. So like your friends will see it. And of course some 15-year-old girl who's, lip syncing to JoJo Siwa will also see it. But
Jojo Siwa.
now that she's turned bad, that little girl is probably gonna go to the dark side.
Oh god.
I don't even know.
JoJo is a mess.
Remember JoJo was the girl from Foxborough or something?
Yeah,
She had there was a different JoJo.
I don't.
We know JoJo the dog face boy. What was that, Wes?
It was before JoJo.
Yeah.
She was popular.
I like that
I
name.
think it was like JoJo Levesque or something. I don't know. She was from Foxborough. She had a good song.
Levesque.
Yeah.
I
don't remember her last name.
Doug would like to, Tracy would like to know what city in Georgia was it?
Tyvek Heights.
Tyvek Heights, as in Tyvek house wrap. She says, wait, what? I didn't hear you. Where in Georgia? Okay. So I'm exhausted and a bit of a scatter today. I apologize. What do you think? Why do you think Publix may be trending on Twitter? Wesley?
Fireworks?
Fireworks. Ooh,
Do
that's
they
a good
sell
point. They do sell fireworks at Publix, if I'm not mistaken. Do they sell fireworks?
I think they have
Target,
they might have
Costco,
sparklers or
Every
something like
corner. It's Florida, motherfucker. You
that.
can
There's a
buy.
whole aisle at
If-
Costco.
If you go to Cape Christian, they actually give away fireworks to all their members, M80s. Okay, go ahead.
Why do I think
You get
Publix is?
communion, little wine, M80.
Why they want to blow up the gay? Because
No, because
he's not getting into heaven anyway.
it's
Is that
Florida.
what it is? Yeah.
that's the
I think Publix is trending because of some sort of 4th of July product that they have.
Nolan.
I think they're trending for a bad reason. I think something bad happened to them.
Jesus Christ, go on
No.
an antidepressant.
No, I think
Don't
like
do
their
that.
CEO said something really bad.
No, actually, it's actually really cute.
I saw this. I saw this.
So I have to do share screen with me.
I saw this and I laughed.
I'm glad that their CEO didn't say something
No,
hilarious. That's what I thought.
I look at this.
Look,
Oh, wow.
That's not a bad sized alligator under those carts. Imagine being on
terrifying.
cart 30 and there's an alligator.
I thought that was the one up the street because they all.
And right now, this is at the Publix on Trolley Road.
I don't know where that one is, but yep, gator.
There is an alligator.
It's like he made himself a little cage.
And now is the time of year where you're seeing them cross the roads. I would love the boys to see a gator
Oh, that
cross
was-
the road.
yeah,
that would be
was
cool as
epic.
shit.
That was
Maybe
epic.
we'll go up. Well, if we take the back, maybe we could take the boys up to Oh my God, do you want to take them to Bradenton one day?
Up there in Sarasota, there's a little nature thing that you get to feed flamingos.
See how I'm feeling. I don't want to expose. I'm actually nervous about being near anybody, but I was exposed last week. They say 5 days, but it wouldn't be the worst idea for you guys to take Monolaurin, maybe a little vitamin D. Okay, so here are the hashtageries, so we can eventually wrap up and go inside because we still have to do our gratitude and
It's
stuff.
hot out here.
Well, here I have a fan.
It's not on.
Did you know that you're allowed to turn it on? Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna oscillate this.
Oh, thanks.
Why can't I find marital hate?
I know. Just-
What?
What are you doing? Why are you? Why, this is not making for.
Thank
Good
you.
hashtaggery.
I'm trying to find the
Who's that?
hashtags.
Who's that?
Can you just not?
I don't know who that is.
Who is that?
I want to see that
It's
person.
some fucking cam girl
Oh,
for 1995. She'll
so-
give you a foot rub. Okay, so the lipstick we showed you, Dolores. Oh my God. So, Housewives. No one is off camera, but that's okay because he's on his phone.
Oh,
I didn't mean for you to be off camera, but so the Real Housewives. We have been watching Atlanta. We are almost caught up. I think we're on season 13. What is going on the Real Housewives of Atlanta to your knowledge?
They got 3 like new women that I can't tell apart, so and I don't know their names, so it doesn't matter to me.
But then they had this stripper.
They did have a
Can
stripper.
you please describe his penis?
It was basically a third arm.
I said it was like a rhino horn.
Oh, it was like an arm. It was like it was literally like here up.
It was bonkers. And then there was lesbian activity. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Well, wait, no, it's Pride. Pride's over. Fuck you. Go back in the
Right,
closet.
wrong now.
These like 2 chicks were on the couch fooling around. One girl was in the bedroom with the stripper guy, and then the other girl was in the bedroom with the stripper guy, supposedly, but we don't really know who. And yeah, the stripper left at 7:00 the next morning.
With a bag of money.
And Candy knows what happened. And I think they wanted Candy to join in.
Candy Burgess,
Yes, everybody loves
Candy's the
her.
best. She's so
fifth
Everybody
place
loves
rock
her.
icon of Big Brother.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
means
She was
Oh,
she was
yeah.
on Celebrity Big Brother. Remember?
vaguely.
She got fifth. She's this close
I love her.
this close to winning, and then
Her.
Oh, she's the
Ricky
best.
screwed her over.
She's the best.
Ricky is the worst.
Was
He
that the one we
deserves
watched
to
like
die.
last year
Yeah.
or something? Yeah.
Jen says, "Hey Doug, I'm back. Was getting ready for work tomorrow. Super early shift, like staying up." Oh, that was the other
Who
one.
was that?
Oh, Jen. Journey to Jen's face.
Oh, all right.
So that was the other thing. In the middle of all this, I realized that we have Chase travel insurance. So if you have a Chase Sapphire Visa, you get roadside up to $50, which is like they'll get your keys out or jumpstart your battery or whatever. And they give you travel insurance and accidental medical insurance up to like if you're traveling or whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna call and see what's what. So I tell this woman, Deandra, I tell her this entire story of like what is happening and all the idiots I've had to talk to. And I'm like at this point delirious because I've gotten no sleep, much like I'm delirious now. Now I have had no sleep and I'm high off my ass. And so she's like, she's telling me how insurance, and I'm saying all kinds of crazy things. I'm like, I'm going to fucking snap and I'm going to have to go to prison. And I'm a middle-aged white woman who has a lot of fucking opinions and talks constantly. Like, I'm going to get passed around. The shit is going to get kicked out of me. I'm going to have to find myself like a nice lesbian. But have you seen these lesbian thirst traps and blah, 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 as you do when you call your insurance company, right? Like, don't you talk about lesbian thirst traps with your insurance
Yeah,
company?
definitely.
Wes?
I usually call them that.
That's right. And if
Okay,
you did,
so let me give you my number from my insurance guy, and tomorrow you can call him and talk about lesbian thirst traps. That's
Actually,
like,
I do have to call my insurance because they didn't approve my boot sling thing that I got for my foot.
boot sling.
that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't
don't
know
Oh,
what
why.
there's
happened,
always
but-
something. There's always something.
What happened to your foot? And Jed says, "Hey Doug." Oh, we already got that. Okay, so back to the hashtaggery. Oh, so people are leaving, people are going, but there's a theme that seems to be consistent: is people being so shallow, people being so cruel, and
Bootylicious.
freakiness, and booties. You want to have a good time, Atlanta's The Housewives to watch because there's ass in every episode. Like if you're a straight man, your wife wants you to watch like a reality
You
show with
actually
her.
rewound something the other day, and I was like, oh,
I literally, this is the kind of wife I am. If there's a hot ass, because you know your dad likes dark women. I'm sorry,
ladies.
I am not dark. Sorry, your mom is not dark. But here we are, pale as fuck. Mostly you guys. So there's a snake on you.
what are you doing?
You blew the snake at West. Was it our
Black
The
lady.
Real Housewives.
Oh,
Stop
so
it,
these ladies, whenever there's a juicy black booty on the screen or juicy black titties,
and there always is.
really, I'm not going to stop him for like white lady shit. He's got that at home. But I will stop it and I'll say, you need to see this. I will tell you need to see things on other shows as well.
Yeah, that's very.
But the Housewives of Atlanta has been the one I have interrupted you with more than any other
Yeah,
show, I think.
come watch this.
You have to see this. You have to see this. You have to see this. So there's a lot of beautiful asses, but I gotta tell you, I love the hair, but if you switch your wig too much and you're new to the show and you have like
oh, you don't know who it is.
I can't follow your storyline. You need one wig. Just until we know who you are, you need one wig. One wig until we know who you are. Don't throw too much new information at me at once.
I have a hard enough
It's
time.
too much. I'm here every
Just wear
night,
name tags.
pretty much the same person. These people are spares. They're parting gifts that you get if your marriage doesn't go well. And if you stay up all night with an airline, you get to be their stepmom. I think that there are stepmoms that do not stay up all night. Do you?
No, I think that's-
Actually, do you think last night there was a stepmom somewhere staying up all night long after being sick while her husband and stepson slept soundly?
there was probably stepmom that was doing a science experiment or something.
That's
for a
possibly
science
true.
fair
That's
project
possibly
for a
true.
kid,
But I will tell you
'cause
that
it's June.
the stepmom, after being sick and missing Muck Sticky, is grouchy, and she's gonna be a bitch about it. I'm not gonna be a bitch about it, but I am like, I hope you realize how much love went into that. Is my
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe you did that.
That's how much I love you. And I would hug you both, but I would get you sick. And so I'm not going to do it because I love you. Take some Monolaurin.
Or something.
Monolaurin is a natural antibiotic.
Antibiotic.
We really need a Monolaurin, like just
Yeah.
like from of the screen because I
should be
say
a
it every
drinking
day.
game.
A Monolaurin drinking game. Yeah, I guess you can combine Monolaurin with your alcohols. By the way, there's 134 of you watching. Thank you so much. This is not our normal format. We started out, I was just by myself. I'm not normally sick. Nolan and Wesley are visiting. Pride is over. And so back in the closet with you. It is Wesley's birthday week. Wes is
Yeah.
turning, drum roll please, 29. We're actually going to be the same age this month. A little
Very
weird.
nice. Yeah.
It's a little weird when your husband and your wife and your son are the same age, but that's the kind of choice when you make when you rob the cradle.
Do we have the number to give out for my song?
I can pull that up. So you want to text to did you share it on this page ever?
Don't know if I did.
If you didn't share it to this page, I don't have the number.
Then
You
forget it.
go look it up in your phone
Where's
and
my phone? I think you have it over there.
look it up in Nolan's phone because I touched your phone. You're going to want to watch it.
It's in my phone now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So Miley Cyrus is trending. Oh my God. It's a video on Nation's Families over there. Jackie Fitzgerald Gordon is over on Instagram or was on Instagram.
We were just
Say hi to
talking
your
about
friend
Jackie in
Jackie.
the bowling alley. Yep.
Yeah. So Miley Cyrus and Jimmy Fallon did oh shit.
They did Dolly Parton.
Islands on the Stream on the show. Absolutely amazing. And they also went to the subway in costume and did Jolene, which was also amazing. Definitely check it out. Margot Robbie is trending. I don't know why, but
Doesn't matter why.
I have to tell you, no truer words have been ever uttered in a movie than in The Wolf of Wall Street when Jonah Hill said, I would let that girl give me AIDS. She is so hot. She
No
is like
argument.
absurdly hot. Would you like to get AIDS from Margot Robbie, Wesley?
Wes has enough problems.
Nolan, what about you?
I am looking for that song
Okay,
number right now.
Give me
Oh,
my
okay.
phone. Is that my phone over there?
Yeah, but I touched it.
That's your phone.
Okay, I touched this one too, though.
That's okay. That's because I'm gonna wash my hands.
Well, you should put the whole phone in the dishwasher. And then Tracy says, happy birthday week, Wes. Yay. Okay. He says, thank you. We're going to be celebrating Wes's birthday all week long. So also watching Housewives of New Jersey. Oh my God. So much to catch up on there. But the long and the short of it is, why are these women all so fucking desperate? It's universal between all these shows. They're shallow, angry, desperate. Ugh. It's so sad. So there's this beautiful woman, Dolores. She's had one bad she was in a relationship with her husband, Frank. He cheated. She stayed home with the kids. They remained friends for the children. Been there, done that. Didn't work out for me. Then she was with this doctor and he couldn't commit. Now she's with this guy, Paulie, who's Irish and still technically married after 12 years of separation. And instead of putting a ring on her finger, he's like, I want you to be my office manager. So he's getting like a slave who sucks his dick for free.
Put that up on the camera.
Well, I could just say the number. I want to hear Doug Gear 239. That's not the way to do it. 239-314-4014. If you read me that number, I can put it down. 239-314-4104. I want to hear Doug Gear. Read it to me.
239-314-4104. Just text my name to these people. Come on. Please.
Don't beg.
I don't know anybody else. You're my people.
You help us, master haters. You're our only hope.
There's
By the
133 of them.
Yeah.
Those aren't master haters. You're not a master hater until you come into the
Masters
comments.
are-
And by the way, you never come in the comments.
I know. He just said,
What the fuck,
He
Wes?
just answers stuff on Jackbox. Is what he does.
Yeah, Jackbox night, he's right in the front row. But no. Nolan commented a couple times the other night. I think
Yeah,
that
he
we was
did.
on the night where I like slowly went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got hit by lightning.
And then we have we gotta do gratitude. Start thinking about your gratitude, guys. I'm thankful for you all. I'm thankful for the boys made it today. I'm thankful for a grilled burger for dinner. I'm thankful for the cable internet company out today after our modems and routers were fried by a terrible lightning storm last night. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Did you have to take today off? And I'm thankful for Beck and my nieces. Oh, I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm sorry I have been a terrible friend. This is the number to text to request Smiles Like the Sun by Doug Gear. You could even say, hey, when is new Doug Gear music coming
Yeah.
out? Or, hey, Smiles Like the Sun. I love that song. Play it all day long. Okay, so this is where it gets fucking crazy. I'm just going to leave. If you do not believe thoughts become things and that everything's connected, here is your proof. I have a song that I fucking hate. I mean, I hate this song. I have hated this song for decades. In fact, since it came out in the 90s. What song is that, you say? Silent Lucidity by Queensryche. It is the worst song ever written. I had a conversation with my friend Brent about this in the parking lot of the Twisted Fork. This is how
Yes, you
full
did, as a
circle
matter of
things
fact.
come. I'm like, it is the worst song ever. They have some good songs. It is the worst song. I hope they die. I don't want them to die. No, I really do. I really want them to die. Like, I have made the case that, like, we shouldn't have the death penalty except in cases
Where
of
they make a really bad.
Queensryche Silent Lucidity. And so, as luck would have it, there's a new song on the countdown, new music in Southwest Florida. And you know what it is? It's a cover of fucking Silent Lucidity
By Queensryche.
by Queensryche. It's in the fucking countdown against your dad. Is it above you?
Yeah, it leapfrogged me the other day.
It leapfrogged him.
What are the odds?
All I
just
want to
goes-
say about all I want to say about that is, I wrote my song, played every instrument on my song, produced my song, put it up there. These guys just went to and just did a cover.
And get
Hey,
it
listen,
covered.
I'm sure they're very talented, except the
Yeah.
fact that they can't pick a fucking song. If it was good, if it was a
I mean,
good
you could
song,
pick,
I'd be
like,
like, sorry, Doug, like you just suck. Like,
Kisses on my list is a better.
I don't
song
mind
than that.
the song on the beach song. I don't mind that
Oh
song.
no, not the.
I know you don't see. You may not want to throw shade, but
No, I don't want to throw shade.
But
I-
here's
I
where it
don't
gets
wanna
even
make fun of the
crazier.
Queensryche people.
so here's where it gets even crazier. And it's so funny because I remember the last time I heard it in Massachusetts, and I tell you that too. But so last time we met with Brent and Christina at the Twisted Fork,
Yeah.
Christina showed us their new van.
Yeah.
She's a
remember
chiropractor in a
that,
van. We were walking to the van. I was talking about how you have to do necrophilia with me when I die. And then I told Brett that the worst song ever
I remember.
was Silent Lucidity by Queensryche. And he was like, they have good songs. I'm like, In the parking lot of the Twisted Fork. The Twisted Fork is where the countdown is done every week.
And guess what?
How weird is that? Queensryche.
Leapfrogged. I got
Leapfrogged.
done leapfrogged.
The last time I heard that song, which is so funny because I was talking to Todd today and I was telling him how I fucking hate that song. The last time I heard that song was in Marshfield at the TJ Maxx in the strip mall
Yeah, yeah.
where the where the job lot is.
Yeah.
And making that sharp corner
Yep.
at the end of the parking lot, like you're gonna turn and go back out by the library.
Yeah.
It was that exact moment of turning my steering wheel and that song came on. I went,
Like, oh.
fuck you. And it was in the middle of making a turn and it was like crowded. And I had to listen to it for like a good 10 seconds. It was the worst 10 seconds
Now
of
you know
my
how I
fucking life.
feel when you call me when Billy Joel's on.
So it just goes to show that if you think about something that you don't want, you attract it to your life. You think about something you do want, you attract it to your life. I want to have lots of money. I want to go to Disney World for my birthday from now. Actually, this is what I want. Want to hear what I want?
Sure.
I want to spend from July 3rd to July 13th every year at Disney World.
That would be nice.
It's a little hot, but whatever.
Fuck you both.
I'm not going.
Take him out of the closet, put a princess dress on him, and we're gonna ride on Dumbo.
10 days
Yeah.
of Disney acting, man. Oh yeah.
10 days at Disney. That
Yeah,
gives
but
you time to do every park.
Yeah.
That gives you time for down days. That gives you time to explore things. You don't have to do hurry days.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I could ever go to Disney and not be like, gate drop, gate close, my park bag.
Out of the park. Man. Can I
We have
just say one
comments.
thing? The rope drop with when they let all the birds out at Animal Kingdom that time.
Coolest thing.
Way back.
Yeah, you have to get there really early and do it. You can actually get a private tour of the savannah and they serve you dinner out there. Yeah, it's
Wow.
like $250 a person. Like if I win the lottery,
But
we're
the
totally
drawback
doing it.
is you might get eaten by a lion.
I'm okay with that.
They smell your lunch. They
Totally
come
worth
over.
it. Totally worth it. Tracy said, no, I hooked up my mobile hotspot.
Well,
Yeah, I was actually talking to Michelle from JetBlue customer service about that you can do the private dinner on Santa. I also talked to her about the Victoria and Albert's 5-course meal that's like $500 a person. She lives in Orlando.
Oh,
She's
nice.
Puerto Rican. She had a very sexy accent. Again, my baby's going to be named after her. See, I'm already like, what? That was like 5 months. Yeah. Okay, so the hashtaggers.
We're gonna do gratefulness.
Real debate, told you about that. You have to do something. I don't know why that was trending, but I will tell you that I think like do something, you know, to share your story, to inspire people, to make people laugh, to make people think. Just do something. Don't just sit there and stare at your
All
fucking phone. Jamie Foxx is trending. Jamie Foxx is apparently in Arizona telling the story of his head injury and not knowing what happened and being in rough shape. And there's a lot of interesting conspiracies out there about it. I hope he's doing better. Hawk Tua girl. has come out.
Oh, she was
You
on
familiar with
stage
Hawk
with
Tua?
like somebody.
How do you not know about
What?
Hawk
You don't know Hawk
Tua?
Tua girl?
No.
Oh my god.
How weird.
Do
You
know
been
about
under
Hawk
a
Tua?
rock this week?
I guess.
This week
Okay,
is
so the Hawk
it was
Tua-
all last week. into
I
this week.
can't believe you don't know this. Nikki, what kind of like
Yeah.
girlfriend are
Yeah.
you?
How do I know something
Girlfriend,
that was
like
on,
girlfriend,
on the internet before?
like
no
they're
one-
girlfriends. Not that you're a girl, so you're definitely a man.
Oh, don't worry. Nikki and I have had the girlfriend boyfriend allegations up the wazoo.
Allegations.
lately. It's a little crazy.
That codependent.
I'm like, do you really think? Do you really think?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think that you should stereotype the gays. I don't think you should stereotype anyone. It just happens to be that sometimes someone who is the poster child for gay male college student. I don't know how you could
Although
do
I
it.
think you should be
I
a little bit
honestly
more
don't think-
intellectual to really fit that mold.
No,
You'd have, yeah, read a book.
No, but now he's gonna be. I'm telling you, he's gonna be like an auntie. He's
Yeah.
gonna be like a queen, and he's gonna be there like looking at his nails. Maybe a fan. Get a fan. That would be
Get a fan.
hilarious. We'll get you a big fan, and you can like sashay away from people's dorm rooms. Like flip your
I
fan.
plan on getting nobody in trouble. I plan on being kind of lackluster.
Well, yeah,
honestly.
because it would be pretty hard to put this stress on people when your parents bought you an air fryer for your dorm room.
Yeah, I know, like, what?
Here's an air fryer, Nolan. Here's an electric blanket. Here's an air fryer. You want a candle? Like, it's
Here's a small
Yeah, I
dog.
totally
honestly,
don't have like 7 of those.
A small, short-haired
it's-
dog.
it's really a miracle that I haven't sent you home with a bag of candy from Hookah Bob. I would never do that. So the Hawk Tua girl is basically this girl who was drunk on the street in Nashville, and somebody asked, "How do you drive a man wild?" And she goes, "Oh, you got to give it that Hawk Tua," and like meaning that she was like really into it. So there are all these rumors about this girl saying that she was a teacher and she lost her job. Come to find out, she works in a spring factory.
What?
A spring factory.
Nice.
And they asked her who she would hawk to and who she wouldn't, and she did not want to hawk to former President Trump, which was apparently trending on Twitter. But the hawk to girl does not want to hawk to Donald Trump. I don't think anybody wants
Yeah,
to.
but
Hawk
Donald
Tua
Trump is also 80 and she's like 20.
I will say this. I don't think there's a lot of people out there that are thinking to themselves, I want to hawk to Donald Trump, but I guarantee you there's a fuckload of people that have hawked to Donald Trump. I think we have evidence of that.
Oh, no, not according to him on the debate. Oh, no.
I don't know, but I
happened.
think that when you're a wealthy man, regardless of who you are, what you look like, what your political views are, one thing that everybody seems to love is cold hard cash, and people will do some stuff for it. Like they'll do like a super awkward podcast where they horrify their stepchildren and talk to them about internet videos that they should be teaching us
Yeah.
about.
I can't believe it.
These kids,
I can't believe it either.
my kids are so embarrassing.
Yeah.
They're not mine, though. They're not mine. That's why. No, just kidding. And then, of course, we talked about the House panic in DC. So apparently, there's a lot of talk about how Biden did a terrible job and he should withdraw from the election, and they're going to put somebody in. A lot of talk about who it's going to be. A lot of people have talked about it possibly being Newsom. And Tulsi Gabbard went on a fucking tear today, and she was right about the 13 Gold Star veterans that died under Biden's watch, and how he said that no one had died. It was pretty fucking bullshit. But anyway, the point is, what's going on? We don't know. Juggalos, whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Lime. Actually found a cute video of a Juggalo girl dancing, and I commented whoop whoop, and I made more
Oh,
family
you actually made a little
with ninjas. I was so excited about my little ninjas. I am gonna have to show people my butthole. I'm a little nervous about that.
Oh, at the
Wes, if you're at a concert, you're at a rock concert, and you're seeing all kinds of crazy things. Like there's people that have been maybe doing some drinking, some people that have maybe done some drugs, some people that are like, most of them dressed like clowns. And you're there and they ask you to show them your butthole. What do you do?
Walk away.
Walk away.
Well, he can answer for himself.
No, I'm trying to do some parenting over here.
Yes, I could walk away or just show it.
Those are your choices.
That's right. We could walk away or just show it.
Yeah.
You could be like, hey, that's why you both need fans. Hear me out. You have a fan for when you do dorm rooms and you can do dramatic exits. That should be your thing. Dramatic exits out the classroom. So it's clear to everyone Nolan is gay. Okay. And also, Wesley gets a fan. So if he goes to a Juggalo gathering and someone asks to see his butthole and he's like, okay, you can see it, he can have a little privacy while he does it. It's not everybody gets to see it. Like the one guy is there and he's like, hello.
Would you rather show your butthole to one person or like a group of people?
A
I think
group
one
of people.
person is more
A group of
intimate.
people. Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
think
going to
a
be
group
our
of
would you
people is funny,
rather.
yeah.
Why
All
have we
right,
not
okay,
done that as a
all
would you rather?
All right,
Okay.
Can we wrap this up?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm roasting over here.
You can use chat request Smiles Like the Sun by Doug Gear on US 41 on Facebook too. Oh, look at that. And she said, and Tracy did not miss work today because she hooked up her mobile hotspot. I believe the remaining hashtags are just like the normal ADHD, Lyme, I got it, conspiracy. Well, you heard some. Bills Mafia, Go Bills, comedy, marriage, streaming, Florida man, this old man. He played tricks. Sometimes I was going to make a rhyme about his dick, but the owl chimed in. So barring owls, they're our favorite. Look them up if you don't have them. They're adorable. And I think we got all of it. Gratitude. Grateful for all the people that follow the podcast and watch the podcast. 137 of you. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. We follow back. If we can help you in some way, we would love to. And the best place to watch is either Facebook or YouTube, but do all of the socials because we get shut off sometimes because we're bad and we want to support you on all the socials. And of course, thank you to Todd and Daniel and Cindy and Candies and Creations, Killing 15 Minutes, Courtney, Journey to Jen Faves, Jen Darling. I'm going to have to do more. If I get that chest pain thing again.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I've been having these really bad chest pains. I don't know what to do with it. Nikki, of course, Shannon, Hookah Bob, Kristen, Matt, Uncle Polly, Aunt Cheryl, Michelle, Jackie, and Hannah? Haley, Jackie and Haley. Sorry, I'm so bad with names. I think we got everybody. What was that, Wes?
From Walpole.
Yeah.
They're from Walpole in his house. And I'm grateful that I'm not on hold anymore. What are you guys thankful for? And I'm also especially grateful that the boys are here and that I didn't have to do the podcast all by myself.
I'm extra thankful for Stacey today for getting us here. We couldn't do it without you.
Thank you.
We really couldn't.
it
I'm thankful to be here for Wes's
had
birthday.
nothing to do with the guilt. It had nothing to do with that 3-hour-long guilt trip that I just laid.
No.
No.
No, I'm thankful because like at some point I'm like, maybe they need to invent some sort of air travel to get these boys here in 3.5 hours. And it seemed like it was almost impossible to pull that off.
Yeah, really.
Oh, I have a new talent. I can make Thanksgiving.
You can make boys appear. Right?
You got a problem? Yo, I'll solve it. You were thankful for something.
I'm thankful to be here for Wes's birthday.
Yeah.
It's very warm and sunny, and I'm hopefully going to get a tan.
Yeah, well, we'll get you a tan.
To go somewhere in
We
the
have to
Jeep.
pay for it.
Actually,
We'll spray you.
we should get up. Like tomorrow's the 3rd, and people are not
Tomorrow's
on.
the second.
Or second.
Tomorrow's 2nd.
Yeah.
Probably actually even better. We should go to Sanibel tomorrow.
All right, I'm down with
If you
that.
guys want to go to the beach, that would be the perfect day. And maybe we can swim with the dolphins. I'll have to wear the swimsuit again. And you could put seashells in your
I'm gonna bring
swimsuit,
dolphin
or
food.
I have a bag.
Yeah.
You guys have to see the shells I got. Okay, so you were saying that you're thankful for things. Same.
Are you done?
I'm good, yeah.
What do you got, Wes?
Grateful that we got here and all the hard work. It's very appreciative.
Yeah.
And we'll enjoy the beach tomorrow and then the first day on Wednesday and the 4th on Thursday.
We're gonna have such an
Yeah.
awesome time, Wes. Is there
Yeah.
anything that you're particularly looking forward to while you're down here? Fuck you. It's Pride's over.
Yeah, no.
Say the fireworks and going to the beach. Big things for me.
Yeah, fireworks and going to the beach. Those will be fun.
Yeah.
What is going on with your hair right now?
I have no idea. I'm just sweating to death.
It is hot.
Do you have anything else you're thankful
No,
for?
I'm grateful for all the work you did to get the boys' flight figured out. It was very stressful.
I'm grateful I'm
and,
not as sick as I was.
I'm grateful that you're feeling better. I'm grateful that we're going to have a good time this week, and we're going to, we're going to just do our thing.
Where
always fun.
you go. And I believe that we have, I hope you feel better. You look great, even though you don't feel good. I have a gallon of makeup on. Good for throwing meds and running away from Stacy to help her feel better. I was super lonely, but I didn't have the energy to talk to. But I literally talked to a few people, but Cindy, I talked to more than anything because we were both sick. You can use chat to request. She already told us that. So I think we're good to go. We love you. I don't normally do this, so outro.